apologize for the late start here, but this is Stanley Cup playoffs action. Game 3 between the New York Rangers and the Carolina Hurricanes. Currently, the Hurricanes are on the power play. And once again, I apologize for the extremely late start. The Canes are 5 for 25 in the playoffs, 0 for 10 this series. As we see Seth Jarvis over at the far half boards, around through, it goes behind the net, behind Shesterkin. So the Canes, they made a goaltending change, going over to Pyotr Kochetkov for this game after Freddie Anderson started the first two games. Philip Keto was slotted into the lineup for the New York Rangers. His first game back since November when he missed the majority of the season with concussion problems. Svechnikov tapped this one around. Jake Gensel, the intended recipient. Canes hold it. This is Aho at the left point. He fires one, juggled up. Svechnikov. This did not go onto the net. Shesterkin on his own. Svechnikov couldn't get back for Aho. Neither could Jarvis, and the Rangers clear. All the way out to center. First game at PNC Arena. Zibanejad stole that one away. Good stick in the lane by Brent Burns. And Aho further back over to Burns to prevent that from getting over to Zibanejad shorthanded. We're 3:15 into the first period. As the second power play unit comes out for Carolina. Necas, Teravainen, Kuznetsov inside. We're to right circle. Kuznetsov looking. Kuznetsov directed one through traffic, and that was stopped by Shesterkin. Back at the point is D'Angelo. Right side, this goes for Teravainen. Still looking at out low from Kuznetsov to Teravainen. Teravainen backhanding this one around. Back behind the net, Stefan Nason over to Necas. Back at the point is D'Angelo, who's skating over to the right side of the point. Down the right circle, it is Teravainen, tic-tac-toe. Necas airmails this one-timer. Now all the way back across, Necas mishandled the pass. All the way back through, D'Angelo couldn't hold. It's Kreider picking this up. He'll sweep it out. And the Canes are 0 for 11 on a man advantage. Once again, I apologize for the late start. Dmitry Orlov to the left side over to Jordan Martino cruising in. For the near board, sends it off to Shesterkin. Canes are tied up at the Ranger end, and the Rangers come back. The centering pass for Trouba went by. The ex-Kane, Trocheck tried to go on the way back across. Gendouzi is held in by Gustafsson. Rangers tied up. They get it back at the top of the left circle. This one blocked on the shot. Canes trying to clear. Trocheck held it for just a moment, and it will come over, who I believe is Jack Drury who clears. Jordan Stahl was bumped up to the second line. In turn, that bumps up Drury to the third line. Jesperi Kotkaniemi shifts over to the left wing side. Rangers on the entry can't get one for a moment. Jake Gensel one-third of this first line with Sebastian Aho and Andrei Svechnikov out there. Stahl is with Teravainen and Seth Jarvis. On the second line, Canes cycle it. Chatfield enters it with this puck on the slap around. Deflected puck, Rangers clear again. Chatfield is on the third pair with Dmitry Orlov. Aho to the inside, match over Keandre Miller. Back to the point, Orlov soccered it to himself. And on the hold, Svechnikov got tied up. Wenberg lost his stick. And down goes Svechnikov. And the Rangers are going to get a penalty because of this. The Canes are going back to the power play. Wenberg is going to get called for it. There's actually going to be 4-on-4. So Wenberg is going to get 2 for holding. And Svechnikov 2 for embellishment. It seemed that he's sold on this. It looked like as he went down. I'm not sure about that one, but it felt like the excessive contact was in the middle of it. It looked like tripping for a moment, but both sides will get 2 each. 4-on-4 we go. Wenberg for holding, Svechnikov for embellishment, but Wenberg, he lost his stick. And these Canes fans can't believe it. So, a time to look at these lineups. For the Rangers to start with Artemi Panarin, Vinny Trocheck, Alexei Lafreniere, Chris Kreider, Mika Zibanejad, Jack Roslovic, Will Cooley, Alex Wenberg, Kaapo Kakko, Jimmy Vesey, Barclay Goodrow, Philip Keto, it seems. Now, an early face-off win for the Canes. They get one off of Shesterkin. I don't think it got all the way there. The Rangers are back with this puck. Going from coast to coast through the left side. Fired in by Gustafsson. Canes try to get this one up. Rangers hold this one off from Kreider to Zibanejad. And now it's the Canes with it. Aho to the left side for Slavin. Jacob Slavin trying to get by. His shot was fought up by Shesterkin. Fox trying to glove this one down, cannot. Genso back to the right point. That pass was cut out, but Genso trying to get this one back. Genso pinned towards the boards. Rangers out with it. It's Zibanejad one-on-one with Slavin. Zibanejad from the far side. That got off of Slavin's stick. Kochetkov saw it all the way. We're at the 6-minute mark of the first period. We'll be right back in just a moment. Philip Cato is on the third line with Wenberg and Kakko. Will Cooley on the fourth line with VC and Goodrow. Matt Rempe taking off the lineup for the Rangers. Ryan Lindgren, Adam Fox, Keandre Miller, Braden Schneider, Eric Gustus of Jacob Trouba, Igor Shesterkin in the net, Jonathan Quick the backup. The K's, Jake Gedso, Sebastian Aho, Andrei Svechnikov, Jordan Martinook, Jack Drury, Martin Necas, Teuvo Teravainen, Jordan Stahl, Seth Jarvis, Jesperi Kotkaniemi, Evgeny Kuznetsov, Stefan Nason. Jacob Slavin, Brett Burns, Brady Shea, Tony D'Angelo, Dmitry Orlov, Jalen Chatfield, Kochetkov, Anderson, Max Comtois was slotted into the lineup of game two. That long shot made it all the way to Kochetkov. Trocheck on the hold. Former Carolina Hurricane walking the point now is Panarin, who hands off for Fox. Around this goes, cycle to the right points, Panarin holding. Center on the long for Fox, twisting and twirling. Got loose of the puck from Seth Jarvis, he gets it back. Backhand feed around for Panarin. Rangers getting all sorts of zone time here. Fox shoved once. This puck exits. Panarin will reset. Feed up front for Gustafsson and backwards over to Fox, who doesn't see a lane. Now back deep. This is Gustafsson one more time. Another drop pass. Fox playing keep away. Now here's Panarin again. Through the far side. Trying to waltz his way through. Got jostled loose. Now the way back is to go over to New York. Sandworth Miller. Keandre Miller playing keep away. We stay on 4-on-4. Philip Cato down for the lane. First game back since November. Had it knocked loose of him. Here's Necas now. Same 4-on-4. With the far side, Necas twisting and twirling. Right around Cato. Necas shifting over to center. Still no options to look through. And still none. Now finally has an option to find it. That was Chatfield. Who'll keep it himself. We go back to 5-on-5. Both penalties are over. Here's Orlov to the far side. Sent inside by Carolina. Svechnikov going after on the chase. Schneider the first there. Necas had it knocked loose from him. And a giveaway here from Orlov. Back come the Rangers. Kakko wearing the 24 for the Blue Shirts. Right around this goes first to the half wall. Is Chatfield get knocked loose by Wenberg. Aho arriving there as well. Wenberg on the keep. This can't be picked up by Necas. Rangers offside as this puck exits the zone. By just some inches. So special teams is key here. It can't be emphasized enough because it's been the difference in the series thus far and the biggest reason why the Rangers lead 2-0 in the series. They have a 4-0 advantage in the special teams department. 4 for 9 on the power play. 10 for 10 with 10 shots on goal against on the PK. Trocheck is looking to become the first player in Stanley Cup playoff history to score a power play goal in 5 straight games. He scored the Game 2 double overtime winner and on the man advantage 2 nights ago. Nason's inside. He's with Kuznetsov. Shoved towards the wall. That allows Goodrow to pick it up. For the near wall, VZ tried to clear. Can't do so now as Kuznetsov was on the hold. Shesterkin out of his crease as one Ranger went down. Carolina holds it along for the far half boards. Nason tied up. Kuznetsov as well. Bouncing puck going over to Shesterkin's left. Trouba being chased. Now feed over to the near wall. Can't be cleared. Carolina tried to center that pass. Was broken up. Slavin tried to hold. The Rangers intercept. And back the other way comes VZ with a feed over to the left side for Cooley. And off for a change come the Rangers. Kuznetsov back in his own zone. At the end of his shift, he'll drop it off. And he'll get his line change going. To the right side, Slavin up for Orlov. Through the middle is Jordan Stahl walking for the right circle. He fires one. Shesterkin shuts it down. Will force a face-off at the right circle. 11-11 left to go in the first period. Chris Kreider, he scored the tying goal in the third period in Game 2, which was also on the power play. And Carolina is officially now 1-10 in playoff games that went at least double overtime or later. It's a measly record. Not good as Chatfield. That one was close. Didn't miss by much. Orlov holds, protecting around. Through the boards, Jarvis in trouble with Schneider. Puck comes loose. Stahl tracks it first. Jordan Stahl with the feed over to Chatfield. Another test. Loose out in front. And this was saved inside over to Stahl. Carolina thought there should have been a penalty. Shesterkin stops another one on Stahl. 10:48 to go in the first period. But already the Canes are testing Shesterkin early. Advantage 9-2 in the shot totals. The task against any goaltender, you test them early and often, but the Rangers have a magnified emphasis on that out the gate. Kochetkov hasn't played in nearly a month. A 4-2 regular season win at Chicago against the Blackhawks when he wasn't tested much. 14 saves on 16 shots. The most saves in a postseason game in franchise history for the Rangers, 79 for Shesterkin. That was set 2 years ago. Shesterkin had the third most saves in franchise playoff history just 2 nights ago, 54. That tied Henrik Lundqvist. Wenberg shoved towards the wall by Svechnikov. On the hold, here's Gensel. Down low, could not be tucked in by Svechnikov. It went right by him. Aho is joined on defense by D'Angelo, and a shot right on by the Rangers. Slowed up by Kochetkov as there's some snow right around his crease. Just the first shot by the NYR right on Kochetkov on a 2-on-2. Cross pass as Ryan Lindgren lost his helmet in the midst of the chaos. Some fisticuffs right around with D'Angelo helping out Kochetkov. Lindgren tried to poke it home and Brady Shea took exception to it. Then all mayhem breaks loose. And that's the part when Lindgren lost his helmet. The hit earlier, which causes one loose stick onto the ice. Svechnikov got stick lifted by Lindgren. Good tie up there by that defensive defenseman for the Rangers. 55 for them, a true warrior. Now, he has been banged up time and time to injury that has not concerned him and has not bitten him all throughout. 10:22 remains here in the first period. Svechnikov will stay out on the ice for this face-off to the right of Kochetkov. Peter Laviolette indicated that the Rangers have been preparing for Freddie Anderson, so getting Kochetkov is a bit of a curveball for them. But he said that the Rangers have done the prep work on Kochetkov. Zibanejad said they'll get a scouting report on him before the game, which they did so. Last year, they went up against Akira Schmid for 5 of the 7 first-round games against the New Jersey Devils. Svechnikov has 6 points in the playoffs. That faceoff was won so clean by Trocheck. We'll have to do it over again. He folks started this, and he may be tossed out the Zot. You see me all sweaty? Yeah, I went for a run earlier today. 10:22. So another faceoff draw. This time it's won by Aho. Canes control along the far boards. Deflected out. It's Gensel on the control. Near the Rangers bench. He'll just send it past the red line. And now it's sent in from beyond the red line as one of the Rangers gets clobbered along with the boards. It's back in the Ranger end We still have a goal here at the halfway mark of the first period. Lafreniere trying to clear, does so. Swaven in control, up in the air, as Shesterkin is going to track this and falls down harmlessly right behind his net. Svechnikov feeding over right behind, score! It's deflected in front, Carolina gets the first red lamp! And guess who? It is Jake Gensel! His fourth of the playoffs, his third in the last 2 games. Orlov with the initial shot, Gensel with the deflection right in front. Carolina want to emphasize a game-breaking goal scorer at the trade deadline. They got that game-breaking goal scorer at the trade deadline in Gensel. As Orlov will let it go, Gensel, Johnny on the spot to tip that one home right by Shesterkin, who didn't see the change in direction coming. And so it's a 1-0 lead for the Canes. He wanted to strike first, and they did. 10 free hit shots for Carolina here in this first period. If they want to win the special teams battle, they have to limit the number of power play opportunities they give the Rangers. Don't retaliate. Stay disciplined. They have their own defensive end, trying to clear it. Can't do so. It's lingering on the hold. Around us goes Shea. Checked by Kakko, but the Canes get it out. 9:25 remains here. First period, Fox over to the left side. Cross-ice pass back for Fox, doesn't go, and taking this back in is Carolina. Nate just lets it go. Kicked out by Shesterkin. Fox picks it up. Big hit! Again, it's Wenberg, the receiving end of this. Martinook keeping this one alive. Backhanded down deep, but the Rangers got in the way of it. Rangers trying to clear, can't do so. Down around this goes past Martinook. Both sides rushing to it. Martinook arrives there first, opposite Fox. Back behind the net. One of the Canes got tied up, and the Rangers pick it up. New York leads the series 2-0. Both games being won identical. 2-0. If 4-3 scores, here's Natchez. Give it go! Shesterkin shutting this one down. Big save for the NYR on the 12th shot by the Canes. This one right on. Kochetkov shutting it down in a commotion. Oh! 2 of the Rangers getting blown right around Kochetkov's crease. It's all sorts of chaos here early on. Jimmy Vesey got walloped by Dmitry Orlov. Who knows how many penalties we're going to get out of this if the referees sort this one out. And we still have some pushing and shoving. Jimmy Vesey is obviously red hot. He and Kotkaniemi are going to go. They have dropped the mitts. The officials still trying to break them up. And this is getting ugly now. Almost got themselves into the fight, but the officials are having none of that. Chris Rooney, Graham Skilleter are referees. James Tobias, Matt McPherson are linesmen. Barclay Goodrow with some words for Martin Natchez. Some chirping. This is definitely going to take several minutes to sort things out. It is definitely on here. The heat is on. Penalties may be sorted out here when we come back. We'll have a word on that in just a moment after the TV timeout. Tailgates are very common here in Raleigh, North Carolina, just outside PNC Arena. They're all going crazy here at the loudest house in hockey, as they call it. Dmitry Orlov in the box. After that commotion, they have sorted things out already. They have several players in the box. Dmitry Orlov, Jesperi Kotkaniemi for Carolina, Jimmy Vesey for New York. And it was not done afterwards, with Barclay Goodrow having some words for Martin Necas and Tony DeAngelo. Will Coley in the mix of it. Jalen Chatfield in the mix of it. The entire team for Carolina and New York, they're getting hot. So Vesey for roughing, as they say. They have a smile in their face. DeAngelo knows that this means revenge for him, knowing that it's his former team, the Rangers, that he's going up against. Official word from the referees. We say 5-on-5. Barclay Goodrow gets an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Kotkaniemi, unsportsmanlike conduct. Orlov roughing. We almost had a fight between Vesey and Orlov, had it not been for the official stepping in the way. Jordan Stahl and Jacob Trouba talking to the officials in the words of it. So Vesey shoving Necas started it. He clearly took down Necas right in front of the crease. And this happened afterwards with Vesey and Kotkaniemi going right after one another. We almost had that fight. They dropped the gloves, but nothing more outside of them dropping the gloves. The officials immediately stepping in. The fans got robbed of a fight, it seemed. Everyone got hot. It got heated with Orlov going after Vesey. Barclay Goodrow also getting in the midst of that. But boy, everyone was getting hot. These scrums are getting more frequent between Carolina and New York. Two members of the fourth line, Goodrow and Vesey, sitting in the box. These two being teammates with one another. Vesey is actually in his second stint with the Rangers, and you count the first stint, in which he was a rookie back in 2017. Now he's a high-impact fourth-line player, back at the place where he calls home. Rod Brindamore having a war with the refs. Graham Skilleter being the receiving end of the talking boards for Skilleter. And Brindamore is very familiar with Peter Laviolette. He was coached by him back in Brindamore's playing days. They won a cup together, 2006. Fans in Carolina are thrilled. They want to see their team get one game back in this series before they shift things back to Madison Square Garden. We stay 5-on-5. They clear things up. No power play for either side. We have the second line of the Rangers, Kreider, Zibanejad, and Roslovic, up against the second line of the Hurricanes, Teravainen, Stahl, and Jarvis. Offense versus defense here as the Canes win it. Fanning on this handle was Shea, but it's moved over to the near half wall. Now moving inside is Jarvis. Near side shot went off Ryan Lindgren's stick. Held inside by Carolina. Around this one goes. Rangers grab a hold of it. It's Roslovic who takes it behind Shesterkin's crease. Around for Fox. Adam Fox looking to his right. Over to Zibanejad. Curl and drag move. Through the near side. There's a foot race for it. Won by Roslovic. That waves off the icing. Can't get anything out of that as Teravainen clears. Lindgren moves around for Fox. The right shot defensive inside for Roslovic, who taps it further around. Chatfield was in the way. Who taps it over? Now we have some more line changes. Wholesale line changes, that is. And Jacob Slavin starting things up. From his own defensive end to the left side. Aho sending it through Shesterkin. He'll catch it. And he'll force a faceoff. Scoring chances this far. 7-1 in favor of Carolina. They have 13 shots to the Rangers 4. The last game, when you look at the shot totals from that game, it heavily favored Carolina. Some of these losses, they're painful for Carolina, have come in the most valiant of efforts. That included last year's Eastern Conference Final, where they got swept by the Florida Panthers. Each game was a one-goal game. Game 2 of the series, the Canes outshot the Rangers 57-39. Bit by a late penalty that allowed Trocheck to score the game-winning goal on the power play. Jordan Martinook lost the face-off in Jack Drury's place. The Rangers cleared this without bouncing puck reaches Slavin's stick. And Slavin sent this down for the far side. Shesterkin gloving this. Rangers will move this one up. It's out to center. Foot race for it. Grabbed by Kakko. Knocked loose by Slavin. Who'll move it over to Brent Burns. Kakko tried to reclaim it. Poked forward by Wenberg. Wenberg around through the boards to the left side. Drops this one off. He missed Schneider. It's all the way back to center. Wenberg regrouping to the left side over to Schneider at the right circle where he's standing. Pass down deep to center ice. Intended for Kakko. Swept away. Giveaway back to the Rangers. Knocked down. Miller tried to handle it. Could not. And here come the Canes. Here's a wraparound. A loose puck. Could not be tapped home by Drury. Genso on the hold. Right behind the net. Over to Natchez at the near corner. Feet right in front. At the slot. Shea whistles this one wide. 6:46. Might have been played with a high stick. On the deflection. And Martinook is favoring his left ear. That doesn't look good. Miller wanted to flip this one in, and as it hit Martinook, it might have caught him on the ear. Oh boy. Now the takeaways, Natchez going back the other direction, tried to feed us up front. Drury can't bang this one home. And the stick of Jake Genso knocking down Keandre Miller, and thus it led to a high sticking penalty against Genso. Rangers getting a 2-minute power play. Trocheck tied up. It comes to him. On this faceoff, Zibanejad on the hold right around for the backhand. Intercepted by Shea, but he gave it right back to Zibanejad. Loose puck, several whacks at it. Panarin can't corral this one behind the net. Chatfield can't clear, however. Kreider back at the point. A crossover to the left side. On the hold, tic-tac-toe. Here's Kreider. Loose puck for Trocheck. That one banked off the glass. On the hole is Zibanejad. Right around the boards, over to Kreider. Kreider back behind the net, over to Trocheck, who holds. Around back, and back deep at the point is Zibanejad. Looks Fox's direction. Fox fakes the one-timer. He'll survey and just let one go. Fox on the rebound, loose puck! Can't be banked home. It was actually Artemi Panarin at the left circle. Kreider tied up by Chatfield, trying to get this one back, does so. Panarin, left side. Feed right back towards Zibanejad. What's one go? Kochetkov's out, go wide of him. Fox on the keep. Tic-tac-toe around. Trocheck is all tied up. Loose puck is swept out by Shea all the way back to the left point for Zibanejad holds. Fox, one-timer. That again misses. And it goes all the way to New York's end. The Rangers have scored five consecutive games where they scored a power play goal, dating back to Game 2 against the Capitals in the first round. Gustafsson dropping back. The second unit on. Grossovic up with speed with Lafreniere. Pass cut away. Sebastian Aho on a partial break. The defense comes back on time. Slavin just fires one off Shesterkin. Droba starting to rush here. For the left side come the Rangers. Center pass and then flipped on downwards. Grossovic is the first to it around the near corner. For the left point. Picked up by New York. Held in by Gustafsson around for Trouba. Trouba saying it down low. 10 seconds on the power play. Trouba return feed for Gustafsson. Winds it up. It's loose out in front. Grossovic couldn't bag this one in. 3 seconds. No one-timer. Gustafsson had that one blocked. Here's Lafreniere. Elevates it. And Kochetkov shuts it down with 4:44. In the first period. A power play opportunity for the Rangers. They couldn't capitalize despite some very great looks. The only goal, still, Jake Genso off Dmitry Orlov's shot. We'll be right back. On the power play, the Rangers are outscoring the Hurricanes 4-0, but even strength is the Hurricanes dominating play 7-4. On even strength shots, the Canes hold the advantage 78-55. So Carolina has been one of the more dominant teams at 5-on-5 this season. On the power play, that's not been the case. Rod Brindamore trying to go for a response here for his team. And again, so the big fish at the trade deadline. Acquired, exchanged for Hall. 3 prospects, picks, and Michael Bunting. At the faceoff, Carolina moves it up. It was Jack Drury winning it. Flip over to the near corner. The first there was Gustafsson. Spinning and turning away. Trying to get this one up for the ice for New York. Caught away. Nason with a shot through the near side. That went wide. Nate just holds it. Nate just spinning and turning. Backhanding this one back to the point. That one blocked off. Loose stick on the ice. Cato had it knocked away off a skate. Soccered it around as Nason deflected this one backwards. Now play by Shea. Through the near side. Across the red line. Sent around. First there was the Rangers. It was Will Cooley. Shesterkin played it out off the bank pass that did not go awry. Carolina back up with this as Orlov dropping off for Kuznetsov. Ex-teammates with Washington. Yevgeny Kuznetsov watched by Jimmy Vesey. Chatfield finding the open Orlov. Orlov tried to feed it. He gave it away to Vesey. But Vesey gives it right back over to Carolina. Moved around for the near boards by Svechnikov. Svechnikov curl and drag. His shot banked off of Shesterkin off the kick save. Kane's able to hold. This one deflected onto Shesterkin. That was close to being 2-0. Orlov around. Behind the net is Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov looking. Turnaround shot. That one up high off Shesterkin. And out play with 3:25 to go in the first. 17th shot for the Canes as opposed to the Rangers' 6. They have taken a shot off the board for the Rangers. But Svechnikov coast to coast right by Vesey, making him look silly. And then Svechnikov delivering the hard hit right on Barclay Goodrow. Some revenge for what happened earlier in this game and that scuffle that caused both Jimmy Vesey and Jesperi Kotkaniemi to sit for 2 minutes each for roughing. That tight angle shot from the far side was so close. It's not the best of angles to fire it, but any shot is a good shot. 13 free are the hits in favor of Carolina. They're utilizing a more physical-oriented game and using it to their advantage now. Face-off taken by Carolina from Jordan Stahl, but it's loose over the near side. Rangers able to clear. Out to center. Glove down, and the Canes send this back around through the boards. It's Schneider trying to clear, can't do so. Good hold by the Canes. Teravainen around. We have a stoppage of a hand pass. 3:10 to go here, first period. And we're following along with the scoreline around for the NHL and the NBA. In the meantime, you also take a look at some MLB games as well. This faceoff will be outside the Ranger end. False star on the draw. It is the second line against the second line for the Rangers and Canes, respectively. Zibanejad and Stahl. Yet another false star on the faceoff. So we'll have another do-over. It is Stahl this time. Slavin with it. Around the near boards going to the far side. Miller's the first there. Can't hold it. Seth Jarvis can't start this one on. And here's Roslovic back the other direction. Jack Roslovic finding the open Brady Schneider. Is there a scoring chance for the Rangers here to tie this one up? Kreider at the far side. Around for the boards one more time from far to near. Roslovic going around the boards one more time. He gets taken down. On the hole around the near corner. Kreider on the hole. Back to the point. This is Miller. His long shot bounced off of Kochetkov. Stahl's tied up. Zibanejad there. Miller trying to hold it. Bouncing puck. It pinballed over. Zibanejad out in front. Blocked off the pass. But picking this one up is Roslovic. Schneider fakes it. Takes it. It goes wide off the block. Roslovic holding it inside for a split second. Stahl decked. Not before he cleared it. Roslovic shoved near the Canes bench. At the opposite side, Schneider at the near wall. Dumps it in, but first there was Shea, the ex-Ranger. Kicked around for Slavin. Jacob Slavin looking left and right as Panarin was watching. 2:03 left in this first period. This puck deflected in beyond the red line. Foot race for this puck, chopped away by the Rangers, but able to be held by Shea. Tip out in front. Gets a one, his second of the game. Both times turned away by Shesterkin, but Gensel able to hold. Pass intercepted by Lafreniere. Trocheck tried to go the other direction. Trocheck hurrying up. Pass over to Panarin. That one out of reach. The Canes back the other direction. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Gensel to the right side. Now the return pass. Getting back on defense was Artemi Panarin, or Vinny Trocheck rather. Puck loose at the near corner. Near half wall by Svechnikov. It was able to be held. Deflected down deep. Gensel shoved towards the wall by Gustafsson. Getting in there with Svechnikov to bump Gustafsson. Trouba trying to get this one out. Orlov able to hold. Drury around. Can't do so for long though, as the Rangers return back to his puck with 1:10 left in the first period. It is Gustafsson. Drury trying to turn him away. 1:05 to go. This goes to the far side. Deflected out in front. Slowed down once. Last minute. Natchez almost lost the handle with the Rangers swarming all over him. This one went up high. Tipped forward. And we get a stoppage with 53.7. The puck was played with a high stick. 17-8, the shot advantage for the Canes. We'll get a face-off right around center ice as Rob Brindamore is shaking his head. It went way up into the air and back down this one went. Laviolette, the bench boss for the Rangers, previously coaching the Washington Capitals, the Nashville Predators, the Philadelphia Flyers, and the Carolina Hurricanes. 43 seconds. Kotkaniemi across. Chatfield inside for Orlov. This is onside, they roll. Adam Fox on the intercept. Right back this goes. This went down deep. The Canes able to hold it. Pass picked off at center ice by Wenberg as the Rangers go back inside. Kakko firing one off Kochetkov. Chopped around in deep at the near corner. Fox can't hold. Aired out to center. Grabbed down by Natchez for a split second before Wenberg picked it up and he goes for a change. 15 seconds to go in the first period. Rangers have the last touch. Lundgren handing off for Zibanejad with 10. Boost center. Roslovic trying to go inside. Does so. Feed for Zibanejad. Curling drag move doesn't work. 3 seconds. Loose out in front. Jarvis tied up. It's behind the net. The Rangers do not get one last shot off. And the score remains 1-0 after 20 minutes of action. Jake Gensel, the only goal scored off Dmitry Orlov's shot. It was Gensel on the redirect on the setup by Andrei Svechnikov. First intermission report when we come back. I'm Alec Nava. Stay tuned, everyone. Jake Guentzel already with 4 goals in the playoffs, 3 of them against the Rangers. He loves playing against them in the playoffs, especially dating back to his Penguins days. He had 8 goals in that first round series 2 years ago for the Penguins, despite the Penguins dropping that series in 7 games despite holding a 3-1 series lead. I'm Alec Nava. Welcome to the first intermission report. We get to our stats and highlights of this first period. The only goal from Jake Guentzel, Dmitry Orlov, and Andrei Svechnikov with the assists. Orlov had the initial shot, and that provided the Guentzel deflection right in front. Pyotr Kochetkov was called by the Hurricanes to be on the crease for tonight, and he has delivered. Wasn't tested much, but he stopped all 7 Ranger shots. Igor Shesterkin, despite letting in that 1 goal from Guentzel, he has otherwise been fantastic. 16 of 17 in that first period. And it's only getting started. Don't expect that this is over yet. We still have 40 minutes to go here. And it is certainly far from over given the way that the Rangers have been with Shesterkin in net. Anything can happen with a franchise goaltender like him manning the crease. Magic always happens when when he is inside the butterfly, stopping things for opponents for the Rangers to stay in games. The 17-7 shot differential in favor of Carolina. They have a 16-3 hit differential as well, with Andrei Svechnikov bringing the banging and crashing. The faceoffs controlled by Carolina 12 out of 18 times. And the penalties, 4 each for both sides. 8 total penalty minutes for both teams each. 4 block shots each. 5 takeaways for the Canes to the Rangers 3. 3 giveaways for the Canes to the Rangers 2. In terms of hit totals, we'll have to go over each individual hit total. And we look at the Carolina hit totals. Svechnikov has totaled 5 hits in that first period alone. He plays that big power forward style, bringing that energy around. Of course, with set energy, he continues crushing opponents left and right. 2 hits on the shift in which it led to the Guentzel goal, as it was just held in right behind, falling harmlessly right behind Shesterkin. It was an innocent-looking play. And a seeing eye shot deflected in by Guentzel to end that one off. Svechnikov has played 5 minutes and 30 seconds of ice time in the first period. Sebastian Aho for 7 minutes and 17 seconds, which is first on the entire team. And the next closest was another forward, Martin Necas, 7 minutes and 4 seconds. The defenseman with the highest minutes played was Jacob Slavin, and that's no surprise. 6 minutes, 58 seconds up in that first pair with Brent Burns. That's the go-to pairing for Rod Brind'Amour. And as around this goes, we're all looking around through the score lines, through the NBA and the MLB. In the meantime, the Boston Celtics, they lead 51-43 over the Cleveland Cavaliers. And anything is possible come playoff time. It's taking a while for me to get to the box score of things between the two teams. But so far, 13 points for Jason Tatum with 5 rebounds and 4 assists. Jaylen Brown with 6. Xavier Tillman with 6. With Tillman coming off the bench. Al Horford with 8. As for Cleveland, it is 11 for Evan Mobley with 4 assists and 3 rebounds. Karis LeVert with 10 points, 2 rebounds on the way there. So now it's a 51-47 lead for Boston, with the Cavs trying to claw their way back inside. The scrappiness has been the talk of the tape between the Rangers and Canes. You had a scrap between Jimmy Vesey and Jesperi Kotkaniemi, so the two drop into gloves after a skirmish right around the crease. These two don't like each other. This is a silently rising rivalry. The Canes were 27-10-4 at home, and they're mostly a dominant team at home during playoff action. The road woes during the playoffs in the Brind'Amour era have been very noticeable. In some news around for the NHL as we get through some headlines, Sheldon Keefe has just been fired from his post as the head coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs. The search is on. My hunch says that it will be Craig Berube possibly getting the job for the Maple Leafs. They want to switch gears into a proven winner. And yesterday, it's been a chaotic day for ice hockey as it's the Edmonton Oilers. For the third time in the last 8 years, they have blown a 3-goal lead and lost in the playoffs. It all started in 2017, Game 5 of the West Semifinal against the Anaheim Ducks. 2021, first round against the Winnipeg Jets. They left at 3-0 at 4-1 in those games, losing in double overtime and overtime respectively. And those were that's Game 3 at the first round in 2021 for the Oilers. But now it's Game 1 of this year's West Semifinal for the Oilers. They led 4-1, lost 5-4 in regulation. Connor McDavid, for the first time in his playoff career, was held without a shot. This comeback being sparked in the second period. The Oilers had 10 shots in the first period of that game. They had 7 combined shots the rest of the way. Here's Zach Hyman up to 9 goals in the playoffs. Adding one on the power play, Matthias Ekholm and Cody Ceci had the other 2 goals. Normally, the Oilers, they don't win games with having neither one of Leon Draisaitl or Connor McDavid off the goal sheet. But this is another one of those cases. Dakota Joshua started the scoring for the Canucks. It's Elias Lindholm getting Vancouver within 2. JT Miller within 1 in the third period. And then the chaos erupts when Vancouver scored 2 goals in a span of 39 seconds. Nikita Zadorov tying it up. Then Connor Garland with his first of the playoffs on a seeing ice shot. Sharp angle as well. Joshua finished with a 3-point game, a goal, and 2 assists. The shots being 24-18 in favor of Vancouver. Low shooting game. The hits being 36-33, Vancouver as well. The Canucks also did not have, and the Oilers also did not have Adam Henrique for this game. He was out with an injury. And also yesterday, the Canucks, yesterday was the Boston Bruins and Florida Panthers, Game 2. In a role reversal of what happened in Game 1, it was the Panthers blowing out the Bruins this time around. Tempers flared at the third period after the Panthers, they were leading big. He also saw David Pastrnak and Matthew Tkachuk dropping the gloves. Brady Tkachuk was named the team captain of Team USA for the IIHF World Championships. And seeing Pastrnak and Tkachuk dropping the mitts, Pasternak's not a guy who would drop the gloves all that often. But the Bruins, they were frustrated. Clearly so, and that visible frustration showed all throughout the game. Voting is now open for the Utah hockey team's team name. So, in the fan survey, such names were considered among the Freeze, the Ice, the Frost, the Hive, the Venom, the Blizzard as well. So, the options to choose from: Frost, Ice, Powder, Mountaineers, Freeze, Mammoth, Black Diamonds, Blast, Caribou, Blizzard, Swarm, Hive, Outlaws, Yeti, Squall, Fury, Glaciers, Canyons, Venom, and HC, which stands for Hockey Club. Ryan Smith has said the team will have its name starting with Utah. The inaugural season features jerseys with the name of the state on them for name, logo, and colors to debut for the 2026 season after work by the branding company Doubleday and Cartwright. Voting is open through May 22nd, with additional rounds expected. Smith Entertainment Group bought the Arizona Coyotes from Alex Marorelli for $1.2 billion and has relocated them to Salt Lake City. Start play at the downtown arena Delta Center. They're planning for improvements over the center outfit the arena for ice hockey, including building a hockey-specific locker room and setting up 12,000 unobstructed seats for hockey games next season. We got Matt Rempe at the boxing ring, among some of the memes provided. Second period set to go. When we come right back here, For the Stanley Cup action, I am Alec Nava. Stay tuned. Look at downtown Raleigh, the site of where the Hurricanes play. Or not exactly downtown Raleigh, just several miles outside of downtown Raleigh to the west. Right around, it's more around the campus of North Carolina State University. Peter Laviolette, the head coach of the Rangers, getting interviewed by the TNT crew. He has 31 comeback wins in the regular season and the postseason. Leads all coaches in that regard. Dumped it back deep as the Hurricanes and the black jerseys. These are home uniforms for the playoffs. No icing here to begin with. We're on the way in the second period. 15 seconds deep as Zibanejad going back to retrieve it. Here's a turnover. Tic-tac-toe! This one went up high. And this loose puck was swept away by the Rangers. Brandon Schneider cleared this one out, all the way out. It's back at the Canes' end. Chris Kreider touchdown was beyond the red line, or blue line, offside against New York. And that was chaotic to begin with in the second period. Off a Ranger giveaway, tic-tac-toe, the Canes went. It was Jordan Stoll who got stopped by Shesterkin. I thought it was going wide, but it was off the stick. The Rangers offense basically doing nothing here in this and through this first period. Second period is time to heat up. Shesterkin shaking his head. He knows he's frustrated. He wants the team in front of him to do something. Faceoff is back in the Ranger end. Kotkaniemi loses it, and the Rangers clear it out as a result. Casey is back inside for the far side. The Rangers have 6 straight wins to start the playoffs, the most consecutive playoff wins since their Stanley Cup winning season in 1994. Kuznetsov through the near corner. He gets knocked down, but helping him out was Kotkaniemi. Kotkaniemi back to the right point. Just turn around, fires this. Out in front, Shesterkin closes the door. Right on Stefan Nason, 53 seconds in. We get our second stoppage. Shesterkin right on Jordan Staal was a desperation save, coast to coast. Going from left to right, seeing that one all the way across. And Kotkaniemi fires this one as Nason was getting knocked down by Ryan Lindgren. Nason did not have the elevation right inside. Is turned away by Shesterkin as a result. Igor's locked in. Left circle face-off. Tie up. Rangers control. Trouba. He'll feed over to the left side, and moving up front is Alex Wennberg down for the lane. Knocked from behind by Martinook. This takes a bounce off this cage. This one going up wide. And a penalty coming up. It seems. Tripping. Jordan Martinook. That's a neutral zone penalty. Alex Wennberg got knocked off his feet. And those stick penalties so crucial. That could determine the outcome of this game and shift the momentum one way or another. The Canes do not have a power play goal, but the Rangers have scored on the power play in 5 straight games. Most dangerous Ranger on the ice is Chris Kreider. As of right now, known for deflecting pucks on power plays, he can certainly do one right here. Zibanejad for the far corner. Nobody home. Chatfield took it away. Canes trying to clear on the tie-up. Fox trying to hold. It's successful. From the far corner is Kreider. Back to the right point for Fox. Fox walking one. Fire straight away. Blocked in front. The Canes clear. That took 20 seconds off the boards. And Shesterkin's out of his crease to play right behind for Fox. Fox charging down for the far side, dropping this one off. Panarin starting to rush. Through center, Panarin's taking feet to the right side. It's actually Zibanejad. The pass too far, the Canes intercept. And right around for the near boards, they fire this one all the way out to the Ranger end. Shesterkin places from in front. Fox to the right side. Deflected pass, that one knocked away. Panarin's the first to the loose puck. Kreider just keeps it over with the Rangers. Panarin takes it inside. Or Trocheck rather. Kochetkov out of his crease. That one nearly gloved down. Might have been deflected out. It is. 1:05 left on the power play. Pyotr Kochetkov directed this over to the Ranger bench. This one fired off the glass. This one went off of Trocheck's skates. And Panarin in the neutral zone. Some minor miscues as well. So Kochetkov firing this over to the Ranger bench. They think it was going out of play for a moment. It went out of play. Just not over the glass. So no delay of game. A minute left. And we might have a penalty coming up. It's against the Rangers. So it wipes off the last 58 seconds of the power play. Artemi Panarin to the box. Hooking the call. Trying to get his team into the momentum as the Rangers were tying up everyone all over the draw. Panarin slowed down Jacob Slavin at the far corner. In all situations, situational awareness is crucial. You have to be aware of your surroundings. You cannot slow someone down with a tug on the hook. They put 57 seconds on the 4-on-4. You have Teuvo Teravainen and Martin Necas on this faceoff. Up against Alex Wennberg. It is Teravainen who wins it so cleanly it goes out to center. And the Canes will have to reset. Tony DeAngelo skating things around on his own end. Drop pass around. Jack Roslovic chasing after loose puck. It's Necas saving it. Necas playing keep away from Roslovic. And a drop pass right back for DeAngelo. DeAngelo trying to direct traffic. Finds someone right behind that Shea. And Necas still playing keep away. Necas trying to set things up. Wennberg right behind him. Necas up on the near side. Tied up by Miller, who takes it away from Necas. Miller trying to direct things upwards. He gets stick lifted. And the Canes will take it back. It's DeAngelo. 20 seconds on 4-on-4 before Martinook is released from the box. Carolina enters the zone for the far side. Fires this around for the far side of the wall. Picked up by New York with 10 seconds on 4-on-4 action. Skating things up is Roslovic. Jack Roslovic getting one for center for the high swap. Fires one. Big block by Carolina. And now the power play begins with the Rangers still shorthanded. Ryan Lindgren holding it, and Martinook shorthanded. Not shorthanded, trying to take this one away on the power play. Carolina skating things up. Cross-ice pass corralled down by what I believe is Teravainen. It is Teravainen with 46 on the truncated power play. Drop pass over to Aho, start things up. Then another drop pass. Moving things up, this is Brady Shea. Through center on the entry. With the far side. Corralled down by the Rangers. Here's a break. Barclay Goodrow, coast to coast. And a save by Kochetkov, who hand fakes out for Svechnikov. Shea controlling. On this man advantage with 22 remaining on a drop pass. Moving things up is Aho through center. Aho on the entry to the right side is Seth Jarvis. Fires one off Shesterkin. And a Ranger loses an edge. Gensel, Shea, back for Gensel left side. Around for Jarvis. Gensel one more time with 6 seconds. 5 seconds now. Jarvis on the back end. Now moving forehand. One-timer. Rebound. That was knocked away as well. Gensel holding as the power play expires. Shea trying to send one off. And this could be a break for the Rangers. Rushing back is Brady Shea. Here's the break. Oh, great reach. Pyotr Kochetkov shut that one nicely down. Interference penalty, however. It's going against Carolina. Panarin was loose. On the breakaway, great defense by the Rangers as that nice poke from Vinny Trocheck set up Panarin loose as Shea was trying to break free, and Shea, I thought it was a save by Kochetkov. So he went over to the backhand, trying to convert on that breakaway. He was coming out of the box. He just hits the side of the net. And on that. And the interference penalty, that was a pick play on Trocheck. That gets the Rangers back to the man advantage. It's where they're very comfortable at. And Carolina, they need to stay disciplined. Do not take any unnecessary penalties. Kochetkov getting his equipment fixed before he gets back onto the crease. Rod Brindamore trying to get his squad fired up. Once again, shorthanded. Jordan Stahl, Seth Jarvis, Jacob Slavin, Jalen Chatfield are out there on the ice. Discussions between Slavin and Jarvis. Stahl's arguably the best defensive forward on the Canes, but so one can make a case for Jarvis as well. Fox with the point. He's looking left side, surveying his every move. Fox going over to the right side for Panarin. Panarin sets up. This one up high. Kreider on the keep away from Chatfield. Chatfield trying to swipe away from Kreider. It's moved around through the near corner. Back to the left point is Fox. Twists and twirls. Panarin at the right point. Back across for Fox. Panarin. He fires from deep. This one deflected wide. Zibanejad out on the hole. Back around is Fox. Carolina trying to clear. Kreider out in front. Nobody was at the swat. But Fox on the hole for the point. Watched by Seth Jarvis. Jarvis just gets this one out and fires this one down for the distance. 40 seconds killed off. Shesterkin trying to catch the Hurricanes on the change. Could not. Hurricanes backhanding this one out. Here's Sebastian Aho. Short-handed. Kicked away by Shesterkin. Panarin cycles this one around for Zibanejad. Zibanejad toe dragging around with 106 on the power play. Right side for Panarin. Panarin on the entry to the right side for Trocheck. Trocheck sending one around. Backed off of Burns is loose in the swat. And Kochetkov holding his own with 59. A perfect 10 for 10 so far in this game. Pyotr Kochetkov. That's not to discredit Igor Shesterkin, but Shesterkin likes to play the deep game on certain passes. That's what he did so right there. Zibanejad banked this one backwards, but that caused an inadvertent turnover. We have Aho leading the reign perfectly, firing it onto Shesterkin, short-handed. Lafreniere, Wenberg, Roslovic, Trouba, and Gustafsson, the second unit out on the ice on this Ranger power play. Burns, Martinook, Slavin, and Drury. That is the Hurricanes penalty code that's out on the ice right now. That is won by Drury. The Canes looking to get this one down. They do so. Drury, another defensive option for Carolina, has seen power play time. last year. Drop pass over to Lafreniere as New York gets reset. Back between Wenberg and Lafreniere. Out in front. Kochetkov directed away from traffic. Roslovic trying to go back to the point for Gustafsson to skip right by the point. And Gustafsson retreats all the way back to New York's end. 32 on the man advantage. Gustafsson dropping this one back. Leaned away is Roslovic. Jack Roslovic forced to the right side. Wenberg shoved away by Slavin, knocked loose. Burns trying to get this one out. It's held in by Roslovic. Back to the point is Trouba. Gustafsson back for Trouba one more time. Trouba fakes the slapper. Directed between traffic. Gustafsson tees one up. Deflected in front by Lafreniere. Kochetkov read it. Now back deep is Gustafsson for the deep left point. Around the boards. That pass cut away by Slavin. And the Canes trying to run out the rest of the power play. They do so. It's over. The Rangers 0 for 3 on the man advantage. The crowd goes wild, waving their towels here in Carolina. Fans on their feet. Moved up front. Fired on deep as Kochetkov out and stumbled for a moment, but held this puck with some approaching Rangers in front, one of which included Capo Caco. It was a bouncing puck. Took a wild bounce off the far corner and landed onto Kochetkov on his crease. That was a wild sequence. Artemi Panarin found nothing but net. It was not the side of the net that he was expecting as he was turned away by the side of the net. That was the difference here between a 1-0 game and a 1-1 game. We'll be right back. The Rangers' power play was 4 for 9 the first two games, 0 for 3 on the night. The Canes putting the emphasis on home sweet home, and they're doing exactly that as they're shutting down the Rangers and tight playing their style of game. Back-to-back 4-3 wins for the Rangers in the first two games. The drawing board is being brought up at the Carolina bench. 13-17, second period. Alex Wenberg set to take the draw. Tie up at the face-off is the Canes coming away with this. From the near side, this is moved up and deep. Pass almost intercepted. Natchez on the entry, and that was shut down. It was offside. And the faceoff will come outside the Ranger end. Shesterkin is turned away 21-22. Canes shots. The only one he led in was the deflection goal by Jake Gensel. That's the difference thus far. We have news from down at Texas at the DFW Metroplex that Mason Marchment is set to return for Game 2 for the Stars against the Colorado Avalanche. They need his presence and his physical presence. Jordan Martin in place of Jack Drury loses it. The Rangers controlling this on the other way. Moving inside is Philip Cato. Cato, will he get something here? Wenberg swept off his feet. Capo Caco kept alive over to Cato. Cato down low. Wenberg tied up by Martinuk. Shaking off the check from Martinuk. Wenberg holding at the far side. The far corner, Schneider trying to center. Schneider from a sharp angle. Kochetkov saw that. And he'll shut it down with 12:43. Trying to get some offense generated. Wenberg was getting Martinuk lost on circles around. The feed for Schneider who is looking endlessly, decided to fire one from a tight angle. 12:43 left in the second period. Schneider, on his third year in the NHL, showing that he is the real deal defensively, but also getting looks offensively. Aho and Trocheck on the faceoff dot. The plan is for Trocheck to win it and for Panarin to get a quick shot. That does not come to fruition, even though Panarin controls it. Lafreniere is tied up, holding it at the right points. Fox around the boards. Orlov intercepted a pass intended for Panarin. Carolina under control. Back the other way. Set up pass for Svechnikov. Svechnikov holding at the near wall. Can't find Gensel, but Gensel now in control. Tied up. Gensel driven down. And a penalty up against the Rangers. Carolina going to the man advantage one more time. It's Adam Fox in the box. Unintentional rhyme there, but as Gensel, he was slowed down once by Lafreniere, and then Fox, who delivered Gensel that stick in the way. Now get Fox a one-way ticket to the penalty box. Tripping the call. And so Gensel huddled up for this power play. Svechnikov, Jarvis, Aho, Burns on the first unit. It's the third power play for Carolina on this game. 0 for 2 on the man advantage tonight. So far, they're 0 for 10 in the last two games previously. Falstar on the faceoff, Aho tossed out. Gensel will take his place. This is going to be interesting. Given that it's Trocheck opposite him. It's Gensel winning it cleanly. Controlled by Burns. Burns fires it. Knocked in front. And that was sent wide of goal. Trocheck on control, but it's held in by Svechnikov. Svechnikov, that went up high. Aho! Can't tuck it home. One-timer by Gensel. Big block by Goodrow. Svechnikov on the hold on the backhand. This one deflected up high. Gensel further deflected through. Inside Svechnikov. Shesterkin shut that one as well down. Harrowing shots from the Hurricanes all around the man advantage to begin with. So far, so good. The power play is already 4 shots in the first 30 seconds. They start things up one more time. Jarvis on the entry feed for Svechnikov. Slowed down, loose in front. Aho runs into Goodrow. Burns loses it. And now back the other way, Zibanejad. He has Kreider with him. Out in front, Kreider scores! It's shorthanded magic again for the Rangers! Chris Kreider bangs it home and it's even. For all sorts of momentum that the Canes got on the first 30 seconds of that power play, that's deflating. To give a shorthanded chance with Kreider streaking down with speed, knowing that Zibanejad is going to find him on the odd man rush. Burns lost it. And that caused the Canes to get trapped. Gensel was the only one back. There's nothing much that Gensel could do back there. Trying to cut away that pass. Will Zibanejad is going to sauce it over for Kreider. So the Canes on the power play with 1:05 remaining. Control at the near corner by D'Angelo. A minute left on the man advantage. Left side, this one enters through. For the near side, this one deflected on backwards. It's Natchez leading the rush. Natchez to the far side. This one cut away. Another odd man rush, maybe in the horizon. Ryan Lindgren joining in. Pass in front. Lindgren ran out of room. That's 2 shorthanded chances that the Canes gave up here. D'Angelo forwards. Now moved over to Natchez on the entry. Natchez inside. Surveying. At the left point. Watched by Goodrow. Back deep at the points. D'Angelo. Center up front. This one deflected. Here's a third shorthanded chance. Artemi Panarin. Kochetkov shut it down. Or Vinny Trocheck rather. And Trocheck will head to the bench. D'Angelo over to the right side for Natchez. Natchez back for D'Angelo. This one went softly over to Shesterkin. So all the momentum that the Canes had early on this power play, throw that out the window. It's gone. They've given up 3 shorthanded chances after having 4 shots on goal in the first 30 seconds of this power play. What even is this? Deflected up. Still loose. Miller with control. Fox airs this one out on the clear. Brady Shea will handle this one down. The halfway mark of the second period, halfway mark of regulation. Up front this goes. Canes on the entry. Around this will go around for the boards. Held in by Stahl. Tied up by Miller. Right behind the net. Canes control near corner. Stahl right behind. This one skipped right by, and racing for this puck is Slavin. Kochetkov waiting behind the net. And around for the boards to go for the far side. Rangers try to control there. Whack loose. And now is Carolina on total control. Gets Ferry Kotkaniemi, or getting Kuznetsov rather. So I'll go right by his skates, and Lingo start things up with Gustafsson. Deflected on down deep. This might even play with a high stick. It is. 9:26 to go. Tying goal from Chris Kreider. Mika Zibanejad off the turnover. Sweet feet in front. Just when Burns and Genson were trying to get back on defense. Alec Nava, here with you. Stanley Cup action. Soon to return. Mika Zibanejad has 12 points with the first 7 games of the postseason all time after that assist on the Chris Kreider goal. That's a 4-way tie for the most points in the first 7 games. Still not done yet. Zibanejad could have another to have sole possession of first place on that regard. 1-1. Kreider from Zibanejad shorthanded. A scary combo for Rangerstown. Ever since Zibanejad first got to New York, and a trade that sent Derek Brassard to the Ottawa Senators. Eric Gustafsson up center for Wenberg. Wenberg for the near side, watched by Drury. Drury watching all over him. Orlov on Kakko. Kakko lost the handle. Orlov swept it away from him. Rushing to there was Martinuk. Moved this one out. Natchez lost the handle. Natchez still down. Martinuk trying to help him out. Kakko there, shoved down. We have an arm up in the air. Some pushing and shoving afterwards as the officials break up both sides. 9:03 remains here in the second period. It seems that Alex Wenberg or Jack Roslovic, I think Roslovic, from what is being seen, is headed to the penalty box. And the Canes back to the man advantage, looking to turn things around from the last power play that went so awry after the first 30 seconds. Roslovic slowed down Martinuk on the hook. And Martinuk trying to get this one out of the zone. That puts the Canes back on the man advantage. Will they convert, however? That's the question. Another opportunity to capitalize. In the first round, the Canes were 5-15. In the regular season, 26.9%. In this round, so far, they are 0-13, including a shorty that they allowed. Will they get their first power play marker here? Svechnikov almost made sure of that. That one went wide. Now here's Svechnikov feeding right back for D'Angelo. Tony D'Angelo for a screen blocked in front. Here's Gensel who saves his inside around the point. D'Angelo at the right side. Back for the center is Aho. Svechnikov's one-timer kicked out by Shesterkin. Rangers sweep it out 25 seconds in. Echo Chekhov waiting right behind. 9 shots for the Canes on the man advantage, but they're 0 for 3. Chances are there. They just need to capitalize. Aho moving down deep. Around is Keandre Miller, who looks to clear. Held in by D'Angelo. D'Angelo around us goes, controlling on the backhand. Aho for Svechnikov. Back for Aho. Aho moving down deep at the right circle. Still looking. Drop pass over. D'Angelo gets back to the right point. And then back across this goes. 1:02 left on the man advantage. And around this goes. Out in front. This one goes nowhere. Gensel behind the net. Cut away by Miller, who lost the stick, but gets it right back. Gensel now. Walking around behind the net. Shoved away. Once by Miller and around. Svechnikov goes down. This may be a 2-on-1. Again, Aho rushing back on defense. Kreider with speed. Almost had his second one. Now moved out in front. This lands onto the stick of Gensel. Jarvis had that one knocked loose. Zibanejad right around this goes. Kochetkov slowing it down. And around for D'Angelo, who plays it on the backhand for Teravainen. Behind the net, the Canes play this. That's the fourth shorthanded odd man rush the Rangers had so far in this game. Here's a quick shot that was turned away by Shesterkin on Kuznetsov. Walking the point, Brady Shea. Around the half wall, far side, Nate just switching it early with 10. Teravainen holds it down low, looking for an option and backed around for the boards. Finds one Shea, back across. Power play over as Nate just set it up in front. Teravainen back across. Kuznetsov out in front, the pass is blocked. And it's cleared down to center. Fed around for the backhand, back inside. The Rangers restarting. Lost the handle through center. The Hurricanes get this one out. Nate just setting up Kuznetsov as he walks in. Kuznetsov shoving away Gustafsson. This bounces onto the stick of Natchez. Chatfield on the hold. This played right onto the stick of Gustafsson. Eric Gustafsson. Now it's gloved down. Odd man rush if the Rangers hurry on the trailer. Being right out in front. Kochetkov stopping that one on Roslovic. Back out to the right point. Fed up in front for Fox. And then Fox moves around for Roslovic. Jack Roslovic walking the point through center. Now around for the left side. Roslovic watched by Natchez. Roslovic lets one go. That one's shoved away. And Svechnikov shoving him again. 3-on-2 now for Carolina. Natchez to the left side. This one fed down low and around this goes for the near boards. Orlov on the hold. Fox on the intercept. He'll feed it over to Lindgren. This one off Panarin. And the Canes will move this one through. Andrei Svechnikov had it poked loose. The Carolinas right there to hold this puck. 5:45 to go in the second period. We're tied 1-1 here in game 3. Tic-tac-toe this goes. Svechnikov, the pass too far for him to control on his forehand. Loose stick on the ice. That's Lindgren's. And it's broken. Back out to the point. This is Brent Burns. Screen shot kicked out by Shesterkin. Carolina can't hold. This is soccered over to Trocheck. He'll take it 1-on-1. Or it's Panarin rather. Poke check there by Jake Gensel. 5:20 to go. He gets tripped up by the referee. The official was in the way. The fans don't like that. And the official was in the way. 5:10 to go. Burns to the near side. Sent in through by Jarvis. Shesterkin the first there. Almost ran over by Jordan Stahl. The Canes hold it. And around back this goes to the point. It's a deep shot. Bouncing puck. Grabbed by Shesterkin with 4:57. That was chaotic. Shots 30 to 18 Carolina. But it's a 1-1 game. Played exactly to the Rangers' liking. And there's short-handed opportunities for New York. 3 of them. If Chris Kreider getting turned away off the stick of Kochetkov. We'll be right back. A battle won by the Rangers shorthanded. They were off to the races eventually on another odd man rush. Something they excel at. Odd man rushes shorthanded. They've had 4 of these. Went on to PK. You're bound to get a 5th one, maybe. They did so. And Jake Gensel trying to get this one out of the zone. He gets tripped up by the referee. I don't know if we can hand officials penalties for tripping. Kane's get a clean face-off win. Quick shot bounce off Shesterkin. It's over the near corner, controlled by Kotkaniemi. Now Lotus goes to Rangers on the intercept. Back through for Goodrow. Barclay Goodrow on the entry for Jimmy Vesey. Vesey just fires one onto Kochetkov, who'll control it and force a face-off to his left. 4:41 to go. Kochetkov has stopped 17 of 18. Shesterkin 29 of 30. So tomorrow, John Ott and I will have coverage of Game 3 between the Florida Panthers and Boston Bruins. Bruins won the first game 5-1. Panthers won the second game 6-1. They exchanged blowouts with one another, which sets up a very interesting scenario in Game 3. The Panthers are the first team to score at least 3 goals on Jeremy Swayman in the playoffs. Wenberg loses the face-off to Carolina on the defensive zone draw for the Canes. Shea around. Rangers hold. Far corners, Kakko. Kakko watched by Brady. Shea has Keto with him, finds him. Keto controlling around for Kakko. Kakko shakes off the look from Shea. Kakko still with this. He's holding on the backhand. No tap in from Wenberg. It went right by his stick. Holding it is Keto. And assisting him there was Fox, who gets shoved towards the wall at the far side by Martinook. Martinook stick this one loose. Kakko, nobody out in front. Natchez on the intercept trying to walk this one out. Natchez with the near side for D'Angelo. Tony D'Angelo flipped this one inside. Quick shot by Martinook, turned away by Shesterkin. Natchez walking the point. The drop pass over. Here's a long shot on the way. That one blocked in front by Gustafsson. And it reached Shesterkin. 3:54 to go here in this second period. So far, it's been a goaltending clinic between both sides. Kane's getting most of the offense. His skater was back in for his first game back since November on his lineup. He said he has an outside chance of returning, and he's back on the lineup. The fact that he took lineup rushes was a very encouraging sign that he will get back onto the lineup. Through the end of this shift, if Cato gets shoved towards a far corner, actually that was Wenberg, is shoved towards the far corner. He was looking for Kakko, where Cato was trying to bank this one inside. On the open pass, Martin Natchez read that one all the way. 19 scoring chances for the Canes, 11 for the Rangers. Majority in this second period have been for the Rangers here. 3:45. This one deflected inside. It'll be collected by the Canes. This was deflected past the red line. Fired down in deep. Carolina knows this was the weight offside. The Rangers now in control. Back the other way is Rosovic. Nobody home. Drop back all the way for Miller. We'll flip it inside. Kreider watching Burns. Now it's Slavin on the cross-ice feed. Back for Burns. Waltzes inside for the right circle. Burns with distance. Feet on the front. One-timer. Shesterkin. One more time. Shutting it down. This show keeps on going. 33 of 34. Here in Game 3. It's not even the end of the second period. Teuvo Teravainen going far side on his shot. He thought he had a chance there, but Igor's been so good thus far in this game and in this series. He has stopped 65 of the last 66 shots that he has faced. Jimmy Vesey flips one down, and that's an insane stat to think of. And back this one goes at the point. Hurricanes under control. Flipped on through right by the red line. Shesterkin sees this, and he'll stop it. 3:03. That's how much time was it after the second period. Officially 35 shots for the Canes. This one was shot in from beyond the red line. We check back in later on. Have a look at the NBA when we get to the intermission. At the left side is Orlov. Orlov, a seeing eye shot. Rebound loose in front. And that one went by Svechnikov. Chatfield chasing after him coolly. Chatfield winning the foot race. Chatfield slowed down. Some of the fans thought there should have been a penalty. 2:45 to go. This one sent out by Gensel. Rangers back deep at their own zone collecting this puck. 2:40. Moved over to the near side. Now over to the far side. This now gets pulled through. Here's Panarin. This went off Kochetkov, and he stops another! Alexei Lafreniere, right on the doorstep, gets turned away, saying, no, you cannot enter this house. 2:31 left in the second period. Even hockey game, 1-1. Everyone battling for every inch here thus far in game 3. Now much tighter than what we saw as Panarin gets a quick shot off the faceoff. Kochetkov saw it. Burns in trouble. He's behind the net, trying to sweep this one away, but Lindgren held it. Lafreniere turned aside. Burns had it land onto his stick. Once again tried to clear. It's Lindgren on the hold. Backhanded down deep. Trocheck around. Lafreniere can't pick this one up. And once again he can't do so as the Canes have it. Through center, this is Jarvis at the near side. Jarvis, right on Shesterkin, just fires it, and Igor stops play. 2-3, second period. (37-21), the official shot totals. That is the Hurricanes with the advantage. It's a vast differential of offense here. Igor's been the main difference maker. Peter Laviolette, the head coach of the Hurricanes in 2006 when they won the Stanley Cup, Rod Brindamore was the captain. Rangers win a faceoff. 2 minutes left to go here in the second period. Shea failed to hold. Let's beat down for the ice. It is an icing. 1:57. The clock will stop. And Laviolette, a good motivator. Well, he is man behind the bench. Gets his players to bring the best out of them. A hard-working coach. Likes hard-working players. 1:52. Tie him over at the far corner. Deflected it around. Rangers trying to get this one out. Can't do so. Keto tied up with Shea. Still it's a battle for this loose puck. Still a fierce battle once more. Or much longer. Is there going to be movement? Yes, there is. Back around this goes. It reaches Shesterkin. Swept her out to the far side for Schneider. Can't center it. Shea holds it. But the far side, this goes right by. Icing against Carolina with 1:27. There have been stoppages every so often here in this game in the latter half of the second period. You wonder about some more calls on the way. 38 shots to 21. And we're going to monitor that shot counter as this game goes on. And the hit counter, so you look at it, 24-17. It's 23-6, the hit counter favor Carolina. So some of the physicality has drained down with the exclusion of Matt Rempe from the lineup. That's not deterring the Rangers. Zibanejad loses the face-off to Kuznetsov. Can't get it out, however. It's held in by Rozovic, and around this goes. Zibanejad can't get this one going. He got stick lifted. Carolina centers. Nason for Kotkaniemi. Kotkaniemi gets this one inside. This is banked off the boards. Zibanejad will pick this one up over to Trouba. Kreider now. He'll look over the far side. Cross-ice pass. 1:03 to go as Gustafsson drops it over to Rozovic. Rozovic will one. And around for the boards. Rozovic slowed down. Back over to the point this goes to. Held inside. Orlov intercepted the pass. And it's swept out on the back end. And moving down is Seth Jarvis. Waiting for help at the near side. The one-timer is tied up. 42 to go. Backhand inside. Rangers take it up. And starting this one up, it is Trouba. 35 to go. Near side, the Rangers move it. Pass knocked away. Jarvis moves cross ice over to Stahl. Jordan Stahl moving for the near side. Watched by Goodrow. Chopped away there by Gustafsson. Move out in front from Teravainen. Does not make it to Jarvis. Back on the point. The one-timer goes up high. Still in play with 18. Cycling around is Teravainen on the handoff. Right side. Drilling down deep. And that shot from Stahl. He was tied up. Trouba braced himself. He does not have a stick. 8 seconds to go as this one cleared down. And up to this puck goes. Icing with 4.5. So what do? So Carolina, there's a note that they could win a faceoff, then make a play here. 4.5 to go. But since it's 4.5 to go, I would rather not pull Pyotr Kochetkov for this sequence. Svechnikov has 5 shots thus far in this game. For an 8-20 is the shot advantage for Carolina. Folks start off the faceoff. Let's do it over again. Aho and Goodrow. Oh, that one clearly a false start. Goodrow is going to be tossed out. No, he's not. Aho wins it cleanly. 1 second to go. His last shot was blocked in front by Goodrow. Let's go to the second intermission. We're tied at 1. Chris Kreider had the only goal of that middle frame. That was shorthanded. And so, that's the scoreline. 1-1 after 1. We'll be right back with the second intermission report. In Stanley Cup action here, I'm Alec Nava. You're listening live to Twitch and Spaces. Special teams has been the factor for the Rangers thus far for 3 games already, and it continues to be so. Even though neither team has scored on a man advantage, the Rangers have scored short-handed in this game. And they're in good hands here, having tied this one up 1-1 off Chris Kreider's goal, the assist from Mika Zibanejad on the setup. I'm Alec Nava. Second intermission report. Pyotr Kochetkov stopping 90 at 20. Igor Shesterkin 37 at 38. And so far, it's been an evenly contested battle after it looked like the Rangers were slow to start things off in the first period. Do remember, they are known for comebacks. Carolina wants to hold the momentum in this third period right after the intermission, but shorthanded, the Canes were caught on an island. Brent Burns was rushing back. Jake Gensel was the only one back on defense. What else were both of them to do? Carolina gave up 3 shorthanded chances on 1 power play. And overall, 5 of them, or 4 of them, depending on what it is, on shorthanded chances. Chris Kreider had 2 shorthanded breaks alone. And Carolina got lost through the ice for most of the occasion, despite the majority of the shots. Jake Gensel tripped up. In the regular season, the penalty killed the Canes at the first-ranked PK. But in this series, they're 8 for 12. The power play, 0 for 14. They've given up a shorthanded goal. The penalty kill for the Rangers, 14 of 14. They have the 3rd best penalty kill in the regular season, the 3rd best power play in the regular season. New York's power play is 4 of 12. Still nice numbers. As go around for the NBA around and elsewhere, the Cleveland Cavaliers flipping the switch with a 36-24 run in the third quarter to lead, and they lead 92-79 as of now, giving the Celtics a run for their money. Nothing's guaranteed. And that series last year between the Boston Bruins and the Florida Panthers made sure of that statement. 22 points for Donovan Mitchell has come alive. 6 rebounds, 6 assists. 19 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists for Evan Mobley. 14 for Darius Garland, 7 rebounds and 3 assists. 12 for Isaac Curry, who was entered into the starting lineup. 14 for Karis LeVert off the bench with 4 rebounds. As for Boston, 23 from Jason Tatum with 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Jaylen Brown with 17, 4 rebounds. Derek White, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. On 3 of 10 shooting. Nonetheless, Spider coming alive, 8 of 16 shooting. Mostly a great night. Now he's at 25 points as we speak of Spider. So we do have news out on the NASCAR front. Michael McDowell is going to be driving a 71 car for Spire Motorsports starting next season. He has agreed to a contract with them next year. So it's causing a shakeup in the lineups for next season. Who will fill in for the 34 car? And with Zane Smith looking to join Trackhouse Racing on a 3rd charter team, there are rumors that Stewart-Haas Racing is going to downsize to a 3-car team. Many have said that Ryan Preece would be the one getting the boot. The 41 car being transferred over, the rights being over to Trackhouse potentially, maybe, we don't know. And downsizing to a 3-car team. The most successful driver still to this day in the 41 car was still Kurt Busch. It's back in his run from 2014 to 2018. The primary sponsor being Monster Energy. You get that sponsor over to Chip Ganassi Racing, whose assets were acquired by Trackhouse Racing. And the one now being currently driven by Ross Chastain. So Smith will join Chastain and Daniel Suarez on the 3-car charter team for Trackhouse. The 91 car being reserved for international drivers. Going to be Formula 1 drivers or IndyCar drivers or Supercars drivers. Such were the case with Kimi Räikkönen and Shane Van Gisbergen, the latter now with Colleague Racing, driving the 97 for Colleague in partnership with Trackhouse. And part-time in the Cup Series in the 16 car. So I imagine, my prediction is that SVG will get the full-time seat for Colleague starting next season. And I believe that Harrison Burton is going to be getting the boot for the Wood brothers. Maybe an interesting competition. I think Priest could go to Front Row Motorsports and the 34 car. Riley Herbst on a non-charter, driving a 36 for Front Row. And Matt DiBenedetto could reclaim his spot at the Wood Brothers, if such were the case. It's all speculation and all sorts. It's silly season. Well, silly season, or all to talk about potential rumors around. I don't expect Stewart-Haas to contract completely, but I expect a downsizing of one car at first sight. So that's how I feel about the situation regarding Stewart-Haas. So the other NBA playoff game, the Dallas Mavericks and OKC Thunder. The Thunder took game one handedly in that game. It wasn't even close. Defensively, they were sound. They go over to our scores here in the MLB. The Chicago White Sox lead 3-0 over the Cleveland Guardians in their matchup. And this is odd considering the White Sox, they've been on a struggle this year. Trading away their starting pitcher, Dylan Cease, to the San Diego Padres. This 3-game series, or 4-game series at Guaranteed Rate Field at Southside Chicago. Yeah, so far, so good for the White Sox, maintaining the shutout. Eric Fed, the 20 for the White Sox, leading the way. It is an RBI double, RBI base hit, and RBI base hit. With the latest score coming from Tommy Pham, who spent the latter half of last year with the Arizona Diamondbacks as their designated hitter, signing over the White Sox. And is scoring starting with the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn. Second scoring coming at the hand of shortstop, Paul DeJong. So DeJong being a name associated with footballer Frankie DeJong for the Netherlands. The Brewers leading the Cardinals 5-1 as we speak. The Brewers having a nice run heading into this season. Not a lot of expectations for the Brewers, but now they're moving smoothly here. Lasting 4 innings was Tobias Myers. Wilson Contreras scoring on a wild pitch by Sonny Gray, who came over to the Cardinals in the offseason. Christian Yelich to third base on that play as well. Rhys Hoskins homering. So that's the first of 3 home runs for the Brewers. The first of which coming from Hoskins. Then the second one coming in the form of right fielder Jake Bauers, who also plays first base. And the latest one from third baseman Joey Ortiz, the number 3. The lone score from St. Louis come from left fielder Lars Nootbaar. So final scores, Diamondbacks defeat the Reds 5-4. The winning score coming from Corbin Carroll. You got Carroll over to second base. Carroll to second base on that. Pavin Smith to third base as a result. And to score there on the winning run, Barnhart, the catcher, Tucker Barnhart, 16 for them. He got the winner. Paul Sewald getting the save for the Diamondbacks. Kevin Ginkel with the win, as he is credited. The Reds losing this one in a tight manner. Fernando Cruz, the reliever, is credited with a loss. Ellie De La Cruz with a base hit to center in the midst of this, but no can do. The Minnesota Twins demolished the Seattle Mariners 11-1. Then runs left and right. Whew. Ouch. Max Kepler getting one of those runs. Julian Jeffers, Margot Kepler, Miranda, Margot, everyone got involved for the Twins there. And we'll have The Rockies defeating the Giants 9-1. You don't see that often. The Astros responding with a 4-3 win over the Yankees. But the third period in just a moment here. Be right back. I'm Alec Nava. Stay tuned. One entering the third period here in Game 3. The Hurricanes looking to get back at this series. Have a win at home ice. Rod Brind'Amour this time getting interviewed by the NHL on TNT crew. His teams have been regularly dominant at home ice. On the road against the Rangers since 2022, 0-5. But at home, 3-1. That lone loss, Game 7 of that 2022 series. Just that you can only do so much when losing on the road. You can't keep winning at home in nail-biters. And soon enough, those road woes may be catching up. Both teams at the face-off dot. Jordan Staal up against Mika Zibanejad. Second line against second line. That's the matchup both teams want to go with. Kreider, Zibanejad, Rosovic, Teravainen, Staal, Jarvis. Here we go. Sent in by the Rangers. Initially, Kochetkov will play behind the net. And fired around right past Kreider, but it bounced off to Slavin. Slavin over to Burns. And then sent in deep. This might have went out to the benches just 16 seconds into the third. They have taken a shot off the Rangers board. But the lead advantage is 37-19. Carolina on the shots on goal. It is tied, however, with the Hurricanes having the edge in the offensive opportunities, but they've seen this movie before, and they have the tendency to get goalied. Face-off is back into Carolina, and it's Vinny Trocheck, ex-Hurricane. Scored the winner 2 nights ago in double overtime for the Rangers. Around back this goes. Here's Slavin. In the left side for Jake Gensel. Gensel on the center. This might have been played off a high stick from Adam Fox. We'll get a face-off. That didn't take long until the next whistle. So third period goes to the postseason. The Hurricanes have 12. Their opponents have 3. But both teams are evenly matched in terms of third period play. Both Carolina and New York being mirror images of one another when it comes to third period action. It's face-off between Kuznetsov and Trocheck. It's Trocheck winning it off the tie-up. Rangers settle it. Just held in by Shea, but it's cleared out by New York. Kotkaniemi sends it backwards. Now deep pass, deflected inside, reaches Shesterkin, who plays it off his pads. And the Rangers try to clear once again. Some assistance there. They get it out. 2-on-2 back the other way. Here's Panarin. Just fired this one up high. It went off the blocker. You have another stoppage here in the opening minute. This third period starting off rather slowly with stoppages in and in between. That's the 20th shot for the Rangers in this game. The third line is getting back out there. Martinook with Drury and Natchez. Jack Drury to take the face-off. Drury might have jumped. Wennberg might have saw it as well, but now it's a loose puck collected by Wennberg. He fires! And I thought that went in, but it went wide the net. Kakko turns around and fires. There's a broken stick on the ice. That belongs to a Hurricane. Martinook sweeps this one out. And Martinook give and go here, 2-on-1. The trailer for Natchez was broken up. And back on New York. Here's Philip Keto jumping in front to force the dump in with Natchez. Orlov recollects it from his own end. Keto trying to stick with him. Does so once, but Orlov retreats it. Backhand around. And another drop pass. Wholesale change for both sides. We're a minute 25 deep. Orlov, Chatfield, his defensive partner, out onto the ice. Left side for Kuznetsov. Up for center. Cut away several times. The loose puck now picked up by Kuznetsov. Fired across over to Kotkaniemi. Kotkaniemi wiped by Cooley. Kotkaniemi can't get it right behind the net. Nason right on front. The pass intercepted by Fox. Kuznetsov couldn't pickpocket him. Held in by Carolina, however. And this one deflected out of the zone by the Rangers. And the Canes will reset. Orlov down to center. In the 2-minute mark of this third period, Kuznetsov just fires one off Fox. Zibanejad picks this one up, gets this one out to center, where Kotkaniemi will pick this one up. Chatfield to the benches. Now pass down deep. Loose puck now picked up by Braden Schneider as he enters. Tries to waltz his way around. This goes right back in the way of Carolina. But pickpocket on the pass. Here come the Rangers. Here's Schneider. His pass was broken up. And it made life easier for Kochetkov in slowing that puck down. We're 2:19 into the third period. And the faceoffs are crucial. Here's some quick action. Wennberg had a good look. It almost looked like it was going to go into the net. Of Wennberg firing it, this went off a stick. It took a bounce. Takes a wild bounce off a stick off Brady Shea. And a lucky miss there for Carolina as they dodged the bullet. It seemed like it was going to go its way in, but it didn't. Shea's averaging 22:37 of time on ice per game. The Canes come away with this puck, get it right down, it's going to be icing. On the queer. They're one of the fastest teams in the NHL, and when they are precise with their passes, they can strike. And with a tendency to do so as well. Teravainen out onto the ice one more time. He's out there with Stahl. Second line there. Stahl wins the faceoff. And this will be lifted out to center. To be a stick down by Trouba. Trouba plays this one up. Here's Slavin on the takeaway, however. Slavin, delayed offside against Jarvis. The Rangers back up with this. Deep pass over to the far side. Here's Panarin walking this one around. Burns watching him. Brent Burns back behind the net. Stahl tying up his man. Several whacks on the stick. Panarin keeping his one alive. Left point. Gustafsson shot out in front at the slot. Kochetkov turning it away. Loose in front. Carolina airing this one out on the queer. They get this one out to the neutral zone. Rangers back up with this puck as Trocheck walking in. Shoved away the half boards. Poke loose by Teravainen, out to center one more time. And some more changes. Rangers getting reset. It's Trouba. 3:20 into this third period as everyone's cycling around. For the far side, this one knocked loose. Orlov now picks it up. For the near side, now it's Svechnikov deep pass. Cut away once, and it goes up high. Up into the netting, out of play. Aho was chasing the puck. The Rangers going in full-out attack mode. Right at the top as that shot further up wide and high. It looked like Alexei Lafreniere was trying to bank it off his stick. Trying to set up right in front. As this loose puck went to Panarin, he located it and just fired one, just missed up high. Carolina wins the faceoff to get this one down and around for the boards. Lindgren is the first there. Svechnikov goes flying around. Misses assignment on the hit. Around for Fox. Kicked out to center, and now it's Aho trying to bring this back in. He gets shut away, and his puck comes back out to center once again. Carolina sending this one down inside. Rangers chasing after. It's picked up by Fox. Moved up front for Zibanejad. Back across. Bouncing puck gloved down by Martinook. And the return feed back for Aho. And the right side is Natchez trying to set something up in front. Martinook down low. Bouncing puck right in front at the swat. Now it's back to the left point. Orlov waiting. Now it's Natchez holding at the left point. Deep shot. Shesterkin holding on to it. Martinook got shoved right after the play. As Shesterkin holds on to it. There's no pushing and shoving in the meantime, but Martinook clearly got shoved. 15:42 left in the third period. But Shesterkin has been very sharp. He stopped 38 of 39. With Natchez trying to set it from behind the net. Martinook slowed down to avoid a potential goaltender interference. Call against him should a goal be scored. Adam Fox got driven onto inside the net. Not something you see every day. Towels waving here at PNC Arena. Canes need this win. This one deflected onto the point. Jimmy Vesey tried to break free. Slowed down. Loose puck. Who is it going to be with? Carolina. Natchez got leveled at his own blue line. Now a drop pass from Drury to D'Angelo. Tony D'Angelo spinning around and turning. Carolina tried to send this back. This doesn't go. And all the way back this goes. Picked up by the Canes. It's D'Angelo resetting. Let's go. Canes chance here for the Hurricanes as they're moving up through center. Through the near side. And another drop pass. That goes absolutely nowhere. Slavin was not in his position. Burns holds it. Sends it inside. Kotkaniemi trying to send it in. Kakko slowing down, but Slavin on the keep. Deflected shot. And this takes a wild bounce wide the net. Burns able to hold. At the top of the right circle. Cycling right backwards. Nathan tees one up. And that one sent up high and wide. Kotkaniemi also tied up this one through the near boards. Taken out behind net by Kuznetsov who looks. Kuznetsov right in front. There's nothing there. And cleared down by the Rangers. It skips right by. And it will be an icing. It's over. Burns a stick. Blessing in disguise for the Canes. 14:31 remains here for a period. Shots officially 40-23. Carolina. Martinook, one of the hardest working forwards for the Canes. Very valuable to the third line. Aho was tied up at the draw. Loose puck is now picked up by the Rangers. Trying to get this one out again. Looking for some changes. Settled down by Chatfield. And the Rangers are able to make their changes. Here's Dmitry Orlov. For the right side for Chatfield. Sent in deep. Nothing there. Gensel. Canceled off. Sebastian Aho there. Give and go. Drop pass doesn't go. Just held in at the point by Chatfield. Feed for Orlov and around for Gensel right behind net. He's tied up. Spun around. Orlov able to keep. Around for the boards to the far side. Chatfield on the opposite direction. Here's Aho. Slowed down once by Lindgren. Lindgren lost his stick. And is bouncing up in the air. Kreider there. Fox also there. Trying to get this one out. Can't do so. Bouncing at the point. And just offside by an inch. 13:44 remains here in regulation. Orlov saw this one bounce out. He thought it was onside for a split second, but offside is the call. Frantic business here at PNC Arena. We'll be right back. 2 is the late game in tonight's games in the conference semifinals as Dallas Stars had their 7th loss in the playoffs, going leading by 3 goals at any point in the game. The Edmonton Oilers broke that two-way tie just yesterday with their 8th such loss and their 3rd in the last 8 years. First line out there for the Hurricanes. Trocheck tying up Aho, winning the faceoff. Schneider on the other direction, finding Panarin. Panarin tried to break free. Over one-timer, score! Alexei Lafreniere! 2-1 is the lead for the Rangers as they get back on top. The argument is to be made that that first line is the best line for the Rangers 5-on-5. Alexei Lafreniere gained the goal. The go-ahead goal on the one-timer off the backhand feed from Artemi Panarin. So many chances for the Canes. If they came away empty-handed and are running into a goaltender that can shut things down. It was a pick play by the Canes as well. And Lafreniere, he nutmegged his defender. Shots are 40-24 Carolina. But it's the Rangers back on top. Here's Zibanejad back the other way. Making Zibanejad moving past Brent Burns out in front. Miller can't tap it home. Now back the other way comes Carolina. Seth Jarvis. Jarvis trying to break free. Jarvis on the forehand. Loose puck in front. Swept away several times. Blank keep away from Shesterkin are the Rangers. And back out the center this goes. Canes to the right. Now feed over to Burns. Burns walking this through. His shot blocked off by Trouba. And the physicality intensifying as Jarvis tried to get something there. Rangers moving this one through. And this one going wide of Kochetkov. Icing the call. Trocheck, the ex-Hurricane, gained the double overtime winner just 2 nights ago. One of the best face-off guys in the league. He showed it there with Panarin. That sweet backhand feed, Lafreniere capitalized on the one-timer. Tie up on the face-off. Loose puck coming over to the right side. Just out of the reach of Chatfield. It's a foot race. Natchez wins it. Opposite Cooley. Martin Natchez. Sweet dangling around Jimmy Vesey. Now fed one up over to Martinook. Don't know if this is going to be offside if it were to be a goal resulting here. Might not matter, however. Now it's at the far end of the boards. Goodrow trying to get this one out. He does so. Barclay Goodrow moving for the far side. Sending this one through. Natchez patted this one down. Natchez matched up with Vesey. At the near boards is Drury. Drury goes around Trouba. Down deep is Martinook. Martinook backhands it away from all sorts of Rangers in traffic. Goodrow getting tied up. Poke loose. And the Rangers move it up. It's Gustafsson. Gustafsson to the far side. Flip this one down deep. This was sent in from behind the red line. Icing gets the call. We're 8-1 into the third. And Trocheck is turned into a dynamic two-way player who can cover both ends of the ice. And Trocheck celebrating at Aho's face right after the goal. It's an in-your-face celebration. 41-24, the lead in shots on goal for the Canes. But it's the Rangers up 2-1. He has recorded a point in every game of this series. Rangers win another faceoff. That's been becoming one of their biggest strengths thus far for them. Kotkaniemi holding it as he tries to move it up through the ice. Left side is Brady Shea. That one whistle wide. Nason on the hold. Right back this goes. Kotkaniemi with Trouba right on him. Sandwich beat at the net. Ouch. Right side as Cato sees one and missed the net. Now back the other way is Kotkaniemi on the hold. Drop passing it. Out in front. D'Angelo trying to play it safe. Trying to baseball bat at Trouba saying, "Get off me," to D'Angelo. Cato taking this one up. On the opposite side. The Rangers trying to get this one through. Penalty upcoming against Carolina. And all the way out. This goes for Fox at his own blue line. Extra attackers out for the Rangers. Net is vacated. Waiting back deep is Artemi Panarin. If the Hurricanes touch up, the Rangers go to the power play. Now the drop pass right behind as the Rangers get set. 6-on-5 is not a power play. This gets poked away and now we'll get the call. 10:48 remains here in the third period. It's going to be D'Angelo. The hit by Trouba, initially in some retaliation afterwards. And Trouba's one of those players who can get under any player's skin trying to draw penalties on the other way. And that's what Trouba did. D'Angelo knew it, that it was retaliation. 10:48, third period. Rangers lead 2-1. Trocheck on the draw, tied up. Carolina needs to score now, despite being shorthanded. Shesterkin will handle it behind his net. 10 seconds into the man advantage. Skating down the lane is Fox for the near side, dropping it back for Panarin. Panarin for the near boards. Back across. Here's Zibanejad. Cut away. The backhand clear doesn't work. Zibanejad on the hold. Slashing against Trouba is the official call. Zibanejad's wrists are up high. It's behind the net, however. Jarvis on the feed. Cannot be held in. It's right by several Rangers. Behind the net is Shesterkin. 10:10 to go here in the third period with Fox in control. Adam Fox dropping it back. Panarin moving it to the left side on the feed. This goes too far. Orlov will send it down. Handled down by Fox, who will reset. Panarin walks this back in with speed. Matched with Shea. This goes right by Shea. Behind the net. Kreider tied up. Ferocious puck battle right behind. 5, 6, 7 players there. Panarin dropping it right back all the way to absolutely nobody at the point. And both teams will make changes. Eric Gustafsson is the first player on the second unit on. The drop pass. Moving up for center, and now for the right side is Roslovic. Roslovic cut away the near boards. He loses possession of this puck as a result. Drury tied up. This loose puck comes to Lafreniere, and around for Roslovic. From the near corner, back into point is Trouba. Trouba opposite point for Gustafsson, who fakes the shot. Now back across to the right point for Trouba. Could not be tipped home by Roslovic. Picked up now by Chatfield, trying to clear. Can't do so for the moment. Both teams try to hold on to the puck. Chatfield getting this one up. The chip and go. Can't be there. Trouba trying to poke this one forward. Does so. 12 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Hurricanes. They need a tying goal. Carolina gets it deep. It's intercepted. Here's Cato. One-on-one as he dangles right around. Cato to the net. Oh my, how did he not score? Did a backhander also turn away by Kochetkov? Some of the best goaltending from Carolina that Kochetkov has to offer. Wow. D'Angelo moves up. Now it's Aho. Who sends this one inside? Jake Gensel backs out of Shesterkin. Gensel shoved away. And Keandre Miller was holding Gensel's stick. That'll be a penalty. Cross check by Miller. Or Schneider for that matter. But it was initiated by Miller, who tied up Gensel. And the Hurricanes, who have not scored on the power play in 14 attempts, have the best chance to do so. A one-time poke check by Pyotr Kochetkov, and then a scrum right in front with Schneider shoving down Gensel, getting the Canes to the power play. We'll be right back. Hurricanes are 0 for 4 on the power play tonight. Could this be the time that they break even and score the tying goal? Rod Brindamore was talking to his guys ahead in advance with his power play, trying to set things up. See if they get the message. Gensel, Aho, Svechnikov, Jarvis, and Burns on the first unit. Svechnikov with 5 shots thus far. 42-24 the shot advantage for Carolina. 8:22, third period. Aho wins the faceoff. It's D'Angelo, the power play quarterback on the first unit. Left side for Aho. Aho going it down low. This one goes wide. Now Trocheck picks this one up shorthanded. Looking for the second shorthanded goal for the Rangers. Several stick lifts. He's ridden up this puck. He gets it back. Trying to ride this one around. So far, the message has not been received. 11 shots for the Canes on the man advantage. 0 for 4, however. Puck pride free. Carolina back with this. Looking to move up for the ice. And on the left side, this goes for Gensel. Tic-tac-toe. Aho receiving his drop pass. Gensel onto the inside. Going right by Aho and back across with the far end. Svechnikov on the hold. Lindgren trying to knock this one free. Trouba poked it free, but it lands onto Jarvis. Jarvis spun towards the wall by Trouba. Held inside, however. Jarvis back for Aho. Sebastian Aho going to Seth Jarvis and right back. Left circle back for D'Angelo. Aho at the near boards. Back for D'Angelo. Walking along for the point. D'Angelo back for Aho. Skating down inside. Fires it up high. Didn't miss by much. And it goes all the way down for the ice. Line changes for both teams. D'Angelo start up again. Tony D'Angelo skating this right back and dropping it. Kuznetsov leading the way. Evgeny Kuznetsov skating for the right point. Now opposite side. Here's Natchez. Hand off left side. Teravainen can't find anything open. Out in front. This gets poked away. Loose in the crease. Shesterkin tracked it perfectly. He'll freeze it out with 30 on the man advantage. 6:51 to go here in the third period. But it's clear that Carolina is in dire need of a tying goal. But I'm not sure about shot selection because going short side, Shesterkin has it completely covered. Teravainen, Natchez, Kuznetsov, Nason, and Burns on the second unit. Kuznetsov at the dot. Tie up at the draw. Jumping onto it is Keandre Miller looking to clear. He does. 23 on the man advantage. Kochetkov's going to leave it behind the crease over for Burns. Brent Burns looking to drop this one off, does so. Right behind this goes, and skating with speed for the right side, Natchez. Natchez dropping it off. 10 to go on the power play. Teravainen back across. Dying seconds of it. Kuznetsov saw it go too far. And the Canes 0 for 5 on the man advantage. Nothing has been working for them against the Rangers so far in this series. Whether it be special teams, power play, or shorthanded. Barnook stick lifted. Now it's 5-on-5 as they move this one around. Rangers trying to get this one out one more time. They have possession once again. It's Cato, 3-on-2. To the right side for Kakko. Got away by Shea. Poke out in front. Cato one falling down. Driven towards the boards. Kochetkov shut down the opportunity. 5:58 to go in the third period. It's the Rangers holding a 2-1 lead. The Canes looking to tie this one up. Alexei Lafreniere with the third period goal. We'll be back. Everything has happened in this game thus far, but mostly as a defensive effort. Igor Shesterkin backstopping his team and shutting down 41 of 42 Carolina shots. Pyotr Kochetkov, 23 of 25. Everyone on their feet here in Carolina. All-star on the face-off, Alex Wenberg for the Rangers. He's going up against Sebastian Aho, it seems, or Jack Drury, rather. 5:57 in the third period. Fans nervous here, waiting for the tying goal. It's a contested battle for this face-off, held around by Fox, with Wenberg winning it. Shoved from behind by Keto was one of the Canes, and it goes out to center with Fox in control. Right around this goes. Moved inside. Denied entry of the Rangers into the zone. Drury pokes this one free, and it's Martinook who gets this one down. Fox on the reception as the pass where Nate just went too far. Canes will look to restart. 5:33 to score. Jack Drury moving to the outside, saying this one through. Shesterkin will dump this one off over to Fox on the reception. Martinook held it in. Then a pass right around for the near boards doesn't go. Rangers trying to chip this one around. Foot race for this puck, swept away once. Recollected by Rosovic. Rosovic around for the near board, saying this one across right in front of Kochetkov. At the left point is Keandre Miller loading up, shooting this one over to the far corner intentionally. Now out in front, this pass cut away, and it's out to center once more. Brady Schneider picking up this puck with 5 minutes to go. Rosovic to the inside. Here's Zibanejad looking to set up in front. Zibanejad, the pass. That one broken off a stick. Brady Schneider, deep shot, caught by Kochetkov, or it goes wide, however. Svechnikov sets up for Sebastian Aho from behind, who gets stick lifted. Slavin gets it over Gensel. Jake Gensel moving it down low, and the swat is picked up by the Rangers. Schneider back the other direction. 4:36 to go. The Rangers moving this through. Opposite corner at the near side. Canes picking up with 4:30. Here's Slavin. Slavin across through the boards, and now the Canes get an entry. Inside, Gensel tied up. No shot in there. Canes able to hold it. Slavin on the keep. Deflection! Did not get all the way there as Aho deflected this one wide. Held inside once more. Back behind net is Gensel over to Aho. Aho. Someone rushed into him. The pass was not there for the Canes. Now it's lifted out by Vesey. D'Angelo recollects it with 4:02 to go in the third. D'Angelo around center. Now it's a foot race for the puck. The first there is Jarvis. He and Fox collide with each other simultaneously. Tied up with Stahl. Now it goes on the other direction for the far side. Picked up by Lindgren. Bouncing puck out to center. Shea now with a 3:43. Shea on his backhand. Lafreniere tied him up. This goes back for Carolina. Lifted on out. And then back for the Rangers. Jarvis there. Near the sin bin. Tapped on backwards. Over to Orlov. Dmitry Orlov with this puck. Play is slowed down to the Rangers' liking here in this third period. Orlov sends it deep. Intercepted by Schneider on the dump in. 3:20 to go. Schneider cross ice pass. Nothing there as Nate is able to keep this one through. At the opposite corner, near side. Kotkaniemi is tied up. Trying to get this one to scoop in free. Does so. And it's Kuznetsov. Tight shot. And it's stopped by Shesterkin. Cleared out. Off of Chatfield. Picked over free. Martin Natchez, less than 3 minutes to go. Over to Orlov. Dmitry Orlov act for Natchez. They pass too far. Kuznetsov down low. Back behind the net. Kuznetsov trying to free himself from the scrum. Zibanejad getting this one out. He clears. Bouncing puck recollected by Kotkaniemi. Slowed down. We have a call here. 2:43 to go. A sharp angle chance by Kuznetsov, with him getting inserted back into the lineup in the place of Max Comtois. No penalty on the way here. This faceoff was for the puck being played either by a hand pass or out of play. 44-25 the shot advantage for Carolina. But it's New York playing the better of the two games defensively. Wanted to go short side. Faceoff is going to be at center ice between Aho and Trocheck. Aho wins it. It goes over to Shea. Shea saying this one down deep. Full race for the puck. The icing waved off. Kochetkov has to stay in his crease as this one goes out to center. And back to the Kane zone where Shea exchanging passes. Kochetkov gets a signal for the extra attacker to come onto the ice. Empty net is onto the ice. Empty net's out there for Carolina. Aho trying to go back across. Trying to clear Svezia. From behind the net, Carolina whacking it ferociously. Rangers trying to sweep it out, can't do so. It's Shea on the hold. Trocheck cut it off. Just kept in by Carolina. Second attempt at a clear. They do so. The Canes get it back up. Barclay Goodrow tried to poke this one away. He'll have to wait his turn with 2 minutes to go here in regulation. Shea holding it. Taking it out to center. For the left side, the entry feed for Aho. Aho slowing things down as he has Trocheck right on him. And from a sharp angle, this is fed over to the point. Held by Brent Burns. To the top of the right circle, Svechnikov's shot blocked. Now it's down low at the near corner. Picked up by Jarvis. Back to the point, long howitzer, loose out in front, broken stick, score! Score! Andrei Svechnikov evens it up with the net pulled. 2-0 at PNC. The Rangers are going to review this to see if they can challenge this call or any potential infraction on the way. Was this onside or was this a deflection in front? Goaltender interference, rather, anything like that. It's Svechnikov from Sebastian Aho and Brady Shea for the moment. There was a broken stick in front. It was Aho. Then Svechnikov had it there. Aho off his broken stick. Had his stick broken. We don't know if the Rangers are going to challenge it. They're checking the video replay for the moment. Have to wait and see for the call by Peter Laviolette. 1:36 remains here. The officials are going to look over Laviolette's bench to see if there was something they missed. They're talking it over if they're going to challenge it. Aho broke his stick but held on to it. It doesn't seem like Laviolette is going to challenge this play. We'll play onwards here. Brand new hockey game at Raleigh, North Carolina. Coach Edcom plays it out over the near boards. Now at the opposite side. What a moment it's been. Another clutch goal for the Canes late in the game. Svechnikov from Aho and Shea. With Svechnikov scoring his second of the postseason. Aho and Shea each their 7th assists. If nobody scores here in the final 110, we'll be set up for a second straight overtime game of this series. Now here's Jordan Stahl back inside, the pass across doesn't go. Holding it now for a quick shot to hit the side of the net. Final minute of regulation. The Rangers now have this at their own zone. Shoved away. Rangers trying to clear, they do so. Bouncing puck moving out to the Canes end. It is just enough for the icing. Snuck it right by. And Svechnikov says, good goal, as a towels wave among the Canes fans. With Shea's long drive, there was some contact from Shesterkin and the stick broke on Aho just as he was trying to deflect this shot. But a lucky bounce onto Svechnikov got this one down deep. Both start on the draw. We'll do this over again. It's Aho at the left circle. 46.1 left to play in the third period. Sebastian Aho is tied up. Now fires a quick shot. Shesterkin shut it down. Race for the puck. Brent Burns playing off his hand. And here's a break here for Chris Kreider. To the net. Nice poke by Pyotr Kochetkov to keep this one even at 2. Back the other way. Svechnikov. Kerwin drag was blocked away. 25 seconds. Cleared out. 22 seconds as everyone holding. Trocheck. Deck this man. Up front this goes with Aho. Airing this one over to the far corner at the Ranger end. Will they get one last chance here with 10 seconds, or will they hold on? Panarin slowed down. He'll just send this one in. We'll take this to our second straight overtime game of this series. The Canes even it up late in regulation with Svechnikov playing the hero for the moment. Shot counter is 46-25 Carolina. Overtime is up next, but a desperation poke check by Kochetkov saying, no, you're not going to get in this house one more time, buddy. I already have my fair share of trouble with you. I'm not going to let that happen again. Overtime intermission report up next here in the Stanley Cup playoffs. I'm Alec Nava. See you soon, everyone. We'll get set for thrilling OT action. A huge push by Carolina has evened this one up in the last 1 minute and 36 seconds of regulation. Pyotr Kochetkov poking away Chris Kreider on a potential game-winning goal breakaway. Svechnikov evened it up. Sebastian Aho and Brady Shea with the net empty. Everyone all over the ice. You go to a second straight overtime game between these two teams. They met in overtime 2 years ago. Ian Cole had the winner on a turnaround shot that banked off of Ryan Lindgren, conveniently made his way to the net. So far, the stars of the show have been Svechnikov and Shesterkin for their respective teams. And so far, as we go to the intermission report. So, in the third period, Alexei Lafreniere from Artemi Panarin and Vinny Trocheck. His Anson Carter is taking his overtime lap jog. Lafreniere from Panarin and Trocheck off a face-off win at center ice, and in a rush, the one-timer from Lafreniere that nutmegged one of the Carolina defenders. Andrei Svechnikov, and Svechnikov, he tied it up from Sebastian Aho and Brady Shea. The quick release from Lafreniere beat Kochetkov in his first playoff game this season. The youngster for Carolina. Who knows if Carolina is going to take this one at home, or if the Rangers can win a first straight game and put the Carolina in a position where they're in a stranglehold. And so far, to give you the reset on the first 2 goals, is Jake Gensel from Dmitry Orlov and Andrei Svechnikov. Chris Kreider from Mika Zibanejad, shorthanded. The power play has not been doing nicely for the Hurricanes. So you look at the numbers for both sides. The Rangers are 0 for 4 on the power play. The Canes 0 for 5. One team is due to strike on the man advantage. You think it's going to be either team. But the Canes, they are 0 for 14 overall. 0 for 15 overall. On the man advantage in this series. When you include the 5 power plays that they missed on tonight. They even allowed a shorthanded goal in this series. But the penalty kill, they've turned around in a big way. The league's best penalty kill. The Rangers have killed off every penalty that they have taken in this series. And again, the Rangers' PK is the 3rd best in the regular season, which was a big showing why as to how that success carried over to the playoffs. Shot totals 46-25 Carolina for 3 periods. Hit totals 31-16 Hurricanes. And the faceoffs won, or Hurricanes 38-25. The Rangers taking 8 penalties for 16 minutes. The Canes 14 penalties. So 8 penalties for 16 minutes. The Hurricanes 7 penalties for 14 minutes. The Rangers blocked 17 shots to the Hurricanes 9. The Canes have 10 takeaways to the Rangers 8. Giveaways are 8-6 Rangers with the worst end of the advantage. All chaos in front of the net. So soon to start, Dallas and Colorado. That's going to be elsewhere around being broadcast on the other networks. So we have the final score from Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Semifinal Series between the Celtics and the Cavaliers. With the win, it is the Cavs, 118-94. Spider-Man Donovan Mitchell with 29 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists. In the win, 21 points for Evan Mobley, 10 rebounds, 5 assists with 2 blocks. Karis LeVert with 21 off the bench on 9-17 shooting, providing 6 rebounds and 3 assists. 6 players with double figures scoring-wise in this game. 14 for Darius Garland with 7 rebounds and 4 assists. 12 each for Isaac Okoro and Max Strus, with 2 of Strus's points, with 6 of Strus's points being 3-pointers. 6 rebounds for Strus as well. Okoro had a steal to go with this. So we're underway between the Avs and the Stars. You're not getting a live look at that, but we're going over the game. Jason Tatum with 25 points in the finish. 7 rebounds and 6 assists in the losing effort. 7 of 17 from shooting range. 9 of 11 for the free throw line. Jaylen Brown, 19 points. Also 7 of 17. 5 of 5 for the free throw line. 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Peyton Pritchard at 13 off the bench. Al Horford at 11. And Derek White at 10. Currently, the Stars Avalanche game has just started. They're once again at Big D, the DFW Metroplex. They're playing there right now. Game 2 of that series, the Avs took Game 1 when it looked like the Stars were going to get the win, for the most part. White Sox Guardians in the bottom of, heading into the 7th inning, 3-0 the White Sox lead. The Brewers leading 7-1 at the bottom of the 8th in the meantime. Royals and Angels at the 2nd inning, they're scoreless. The Astros, they just avoid a sweep of the New York Yankees. Long home runs by Yordan Alvarez and John Singleton. Jared Bednar, Stanley Cup champion 2 years ago. Peter DeBoer with 2 Stanley Cup final appearances, 1 each with the Devils and the Sharks. Their careers are 48-27 and 82-68 in the playoffs. So the Avs, they're already in the offensive zone. So currently it's the Mavericks lead the Thunder at the tail end of the first quarter. This is a high-scoring game right now. 2 MVP candidates going up against each other in that first quarter. Thus far, Luka Doncic finished third in MVP voting. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander finished second. The winner was Nikola Jokic, as they announced. In all fairness, they all just have a valid case at MVP with their rise to prominence in the NBA, both Luka and Shai. So, as we are 5 minutes away, less than 5 minutes away until overtime in Raleigh, I'll give my picks for who will score the overtime winner for each team. For Carolina, I have Andrei Svechnikov getting the OT winner for the Canes. And for the Rangers, I believe it's going to be Philip Keetle in his first game back. So I'll see you soon for overtime. Be right back in just a moment at the coverage here. Bonus hockey coming up next. If one playoff overtime game wasn't enough between these two teams, how about two in as many games? It is loud in here at PNC Arena. They call this the loudest house in hockey. Overtime say to come, and overtime functions different in the playoffs. You get continuous 5-on-5 action until we have a winner. You go as many overtimes as needed until there is a winner in this game. It's not like in the regular season where it's 3-on-3 overtime for 5 minutes until either a winner or the end of the overtime frame where it goes to a shootout. Rod Brindamore drawing up his lineups here in OT. Fans waving their towels loud and proud here in OT. Rangers are 43-55 all time in overtime in the playoffs. Hurricanes are 30-21. However, the Canes have lost their last 4 playoff overtime games, 3 of them going beyond the first OT. The Hurricanes take the opening draw. Around this goes with Miller recollecting this at the near corner. Behind Shesterkin's crease. He's been excellent tonight. Jordan Stahl trying to get this puck, does so. Opposite Zibanejad. Stahl also tied up. Has this puck. Secures it. Away from Schneider. Now on to the far boards. They're trying to hold it. Teravainen rushing there. Rangers chop it out. At the left point. Past Rosovic. Carolina trying to get the re-entry. Right to Shesterkin this goes. He looks to play it. Over to the right side for Schneider. First line changes here of overtime up front. Schneider saying this for the far side of boards. Kochetkov slowing it down. Leaving it for Slavin. Slavin for the near side. Loose puck. This might be played off the hand of Lindgren. This loose puck now being played forward. Now it's a battle along for the penalty box doors. Chatfield there. Poke forward by the Rangers. Kochetkov again slows it down. Far corner this time for Slavin. For the half wall. Still it's loose. Gensel picking this one up. He clears. Now it's all the way down for Lindgren, who picks this one up at his own zone. Svechnikov thought about picking this one away from him, but cannot do so, as he is off to the benches now. For the near side, foot race for this puck. Kochetkov will once again slow down the action. For the far side, this might have been a bump. Canes will grab it. For the right side, here's Chatfield, who took a stumble. Feed over to Martinuk. Set up out front, and a save initially by Shesterkin. He'll leave it over to Goodrow at the right side. Now here's Lafreniere. Lafreniere coasting in. Lafreniere at the high side. Fires this one wide the net. Hurricanes recollect, get it out. Rangers trying to re-enter as Lafreniere fires around for the near boards. Orlov can't handle it. Backhand pass. Score! Somehow snuck its way to the net, and the Rangers take a 3-0 stranglehold on the Hurricanes. Absolute disbelief here in Raleigh as everyone among the Rangers faithful celebrating and going home. The first time starting a postseason 7-0 since 1994, which was the last time they won a Stanley Cup. The fire may be extinguished. For the most part, the Canes getting all stunned. A tough play for Orlov. He got twisted and turned around. It was Arte Panarin with a deflection at the front of the net. Trocheck fighting Panarin in front, and Panarin doing his signature leg kick right by Kochetkov as it hit him. Right across the crease. Kochetkov couldn't get back in time. This one over in a hurry. A backhand flip right over to Panarin, and Panarin sneaks that one right by. That's all from Raleigh. Rangers win 3-2, but the Canes on the brink. And from Raleigh, we say good night. I am Alec Navas. See you tomorrow for Boston and Florida. We'll be in with John Ott. Good night.